I'm Garmbreak1, and this is Midgardia RPG. Today we'll be playing Descent into Avernus, which is an official module. I was about to see who it's from, but I think you guys probably know if you're watching this. And just before my lovely players introduce themselves, I would like to thank our sponsor, Roll20. Roll20 is the virtual tabletop solution that we use for all of this. It has a number of lovely features like dynamic lighting, character sheets for a whole bunch of systems, including D&D 5e, Savage Worlds, Mitchgym, all kinds of stuff. Some of which is in weird, forgotten languages like French. Introduce yourselves, players. I forget who's first. I think it's you.
It's me. Hi, I'm Zio. I am playing Vivian Giselle Teresa Hune. She is a Divine Soul Sorcerer and Scourge Azamar. And she didn't realize she was an Azamar till last session, so that's going to be fun. Karu?
Hi, I am a player. I'm playing Nisa Badger Waywalkie Karamet Booty Namfoodle Baron, who is a rock gnome artillerist artificer.
Pi, you're next.
I was going to say, I don't know what the order is. Hey, I'm Pi. I'm going to be playing Lawn Ranch, and I am a Death Domain cleric. I am also a lizard. I assume Show's next.
He's the only one left.
He's also frozen.
I imagine he's going, motherfucker.
Oh no, he caught the disease from the Wild Mount one-shot.
Someone take a screenshot. No.
Oh, he's back.
Aha, I got it.
Damn it.
Nice!
Yes!
Hi, I'm Sho. I was playing Telgrin Lionel, a blood hunter, but as soon as they left the tavern after they were dealing with the douchebag they were dealing with, two people dressed in black with the symbol of the Black Rune approached and more or less dragged Tel off because he was originally supposed to be in Baldur's Gate to deal with a mark which now has left Baldur's Gate. After he left, a friend of Rhea's, who I am now playing, Maris Gwyn Elisaire, approached and decided he wanted to keep Rhea out of too much trouble. Oops.
It's life in Baldur's Gate. So, where we left off, you guys were... I believe you were intending to take a long rest of some kind so that you don't all die horrifically in the events to come.
So my notes, which were super helpful, say violence time, and then some notes, and then next session, we're going to interrogate the crap out of Amric Van Vamper. Also, P.S. Garm, I have Zone of Truth.
I think that might be from the session before.
Nope, we
I don't
just
think so.
finished the fight, Garm.
We were just in the floaty inn. The low lantern or whatever.
Yeah. We hadn't left the low lantern. We
Oh,
had
right.
literally finished
fuck,
the
that
fight.
took forever. Bye.
Right, you guys did successfully capture him.
Yep.
I had completely
You don't have to be
misremembered.
that shocked.
I had apparently completely misremembered the end of that session.
Wait, what did you think happened?
I thought you guys got pushed away and left.
Nope.
Which I think is what was going to happen before Rhea showed up and saved all your asses.
Yeah.
That's true.
I'm just going to yeet Tel out and bring Maris in.
Like, chuck him on the side. Oh, look, it's a heel crab.
It happened somewhere. Oh, yes, the crab, yes.
Our hat. Our Healy hat.
Except I don't have sight on this guy.
Oh.
And now there's two of you.
Oh, boy.
I know, because I didn't have sight, so I thought I didn't bring him out.
Sorry, I thought I programmed the token. I programmed most of the token.
You got the rest of it. You're good.
Ding. There you go.
Thank you.
We can even see your health bar.
Right?
Yeah, that's the part I usually forget.
Mm-hmm.
I know, that's why I was impressed.
And that's what Karu normally forgets too. Don't worry, Garm, it's not just you.
I'm like a Pokemon. I can only remember 4 things at a time.
Is one of them your name?
No.
But what?
That's the 5th.
Yeah, no,
No,
that's a
the other
free
one's
slot.
the Mad Mage class he's playing.
Garm Freak.
Why?
That's how they don't forget their name.
Yeah. Horrific.
Canon accepted.
I mean, but they say their species name, so I'd just be saying human. Human. Min.
Wait, is that why you laugh by going hew?
Yeah, exactly. We solved it. We solved basic human biology. It's a holdover from the days when we were Pokemon.
I think I broke Karu.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go DNA digivolve into a senior.
No.
So, I don't know why I put you guys back on the ship, given that you're not on the ship anymore. You kidnap a man, and I put you. Sorry?
Where did we take him? Did we take him?
We
You
didn't
have
decide where to take him, but
I don't think we had left Low Lantern, to be fair.
I mean, you could shove us into somewhere safe that we kidnapped him to. That seems
Yeah,
reasonable.
you
that's
guys
fine.
do have some kind of.
We have
Crappy rundown.
badges.
Well, you have some kind of crappy rundown safe house.
Right. We have,
We
Yeah, but we
established
also have
previously.
badges.
we have
yeah.
Better than
badges.
the crappy rundown safe house.
Yep.
You can't interrogate a man inside a badge.
No,
No.
but the badge will get
Not
us
with that
like
attitude, you can't.
into. We're flaming fist people.
That's why we have authority.
So where do you want to take him?
I mean, we can take him to a jail cell.
And then he can be somebody else's problem after we're done.
I'm going to point out interrogating him in a jail cell where there's other possibly corrupted law enforcement might be a bad idea.
Yeah.
Especially given that this guy is the son of one of the
Of a
dukes of.
Yep.
Hazard. Alright.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
You
Safe house
said
it is.
before I
Maybe
could.
the safe house, yeah.
The
Wherever
Dukes
this
of Hazzard
is.
were unfortunately celibate.
Safe house is definitely not under Vivian's house.
It better not be, because her house is in the upper city.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Marked handily by the pink line on the map.
It would be the best place to have a safe house. No, it's probably somewhere in the docks, so it's probably close to where the Low Lantern is.
Yeah.
Just the next ship over.
Smells the same.
Yeah, and I think we had convinced Rhea to come with us because she wanted to interrogate this guy as much as we did.
Yeah. And I never did load up that much nicer art of Rhea, so rip.
Rip.
I also forgot to program her using the sidekick stats. I've only had a month. This is why I try not to give Karu too much shit, because then there's me.
Anyhow.
So you guys plop the son of one of the most powerful people in Baldur's Gate into a chair.
Tie him up.
Tie him up, yeah. What would you like to do?
Blindfolded? No, I'm kidding.
I mean, you can blindfold him if you want. I
Alright.
don't know if it'll help.
I mean, to be
So-
honest, we probably blindfolded him first because we don't want this fucker knowing where we're taking him.
That's
Yeah,
true.
Uh-huh. And then we'll take the really long way back that goes an extra half a unit of
Then he
distance.
realizes everything still smells the same once we end up wherever we're going.
Well, no,
This
that's
is
because we
just-
tie a fish to his shirt.
Yeah, there you go. Dead fish or alive fish?
Yes.
They can't.
Well, either way, it'll
survive
turn out to be dead when we get there.
because they can't survive out of water.
One then the other.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, Vivian is just very confused and horrified by all this because she's
And
like,
I'm just looking at Ray and being like, these are really the people we're gonna help.
I guess.
Mm.
That's what she sounds like now.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right. So, out of character, do we know what we want to ask this dude?
it's been a while.
All right.
Uh,
So,
Didn't
based on my notes, we found Mortlock in the sewers because his brothers were trying to assassinate him, and his mom wants to kill people and discredit the Flaming Fist, and then drag the city to the Nine Hells, much like that other city happened, Elturel. And so Amric, who had a spine devil, by the way, who was a complete bastard. I like how I wrote that down, like that was helpful. Let's see here. He does payday loans as his normie business, but also, is doing stuff with his mom's plans to drag City into hell time.
So basically, we need to know why and how.
And
How
when.
hell time's gonna happen?
Yeah.
And when.
And when.
Oh yeah, and if he's doing deals with devils, I guess that's probably part of the how.
So who wants to do the questioning?
Not me. I'm gonna be concentrating.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not very charismatic, and I just got here.
Okay, so Zone of Truth.
I mean, the other option is Rhea punches him in the face over and over.
That's
what happens
option.
if this doesn't
That's
work.
B. That's Plan B.
Uh-huh.
All right, so I'm not the best DM in history. I will admit I am only vaguely familiar with Zone of Truth because there was that brief period of time where people talked about the Adventure Zone nonstop, and they mentioned Zone of Truth constantly. So why don't you tell me what Zone of Truth does?
It was posted.
Zone of Truth creates a magical zone that guards against deception in a 15-foot radius sphere centered on a point of your choice within range. Until the spell ends, duration 10 minutes, a creature that enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there must make a charisma saving throw. On a failed save, the creature can't speak a deliberate lie while in the radius. You will know whether the creature succeeds or fails its saving throw. An affected creature is aware of the spell and can avoid answering questions which would normally respond with a lie. Such a creature can be evasive in its answers as long as it remains within the boundaries of the truth. At which point we punch him in the face.
So I'm going to point out something. If we're in a room interrogating this guy, all of us are going to be in Zone of Truth. All of us are going to have to make a charisma save.
You can just stand
Unless
15 feet away.
You know what would be the douchebag thing to do?
Test it before
Okay,
Not tell
so...
us.
Okay, yes, that would be the douchebag thing to do.
Yes.
No, I have an even better plan.
Oh,
so,
no.
You've got your circle. Damn it, I wish I had something. Okay, I will make a picture if you guys need it. But you think of our hideout as a square. Garm, I need a square.
I'm right here.
You could literally draw on the map, Pied. We can just
but then
delete
it's on
it
top
after.
of the map. Alright, fine.
You can delete it after, though.
Wine. So here's our lovely square hideout. In the middle of fuck off nowhere, alright?
Uh-huh.
And here is me not knowing how to make a circle. But I don't know how big our hideout is, but I assume it's slightly larger than 15 by 15.
Yeah.
Now, you'll notice that the range is 60 feet, and the target is a sphere centered on a point of your choice within range. It does not say that I need to be able to see it. So, here's your lovely street of misanthropes and, like, some shops. Right? So, if I pick, like, a point over here...
Oh.
You're doing it in...
and dick over everybody who's in the street. And then just put him on the giant X. Then we'll be fine, and he's dicked over.
What? You have something to hide? You don't want to be under Zone of Truth for 10 minutes?
Of course not.
Also going to point out that could announce to everyone else that there's weird magic going on.
Oh,
and we
that's a
might
good
not want to
point.
bring attention to our hideout.
Because
You're right,
people...
I should put a half underground.
I don't...
Mm-mm.
What is it? 10 foot... 15-foot
15.
radius. Oh yeah, I don't think our
Yeah, you
hideout
put
is
it-
that big.
Yeah, no, you put it 10 feet underground and then have 5 feet of it sticking up out of the ground and put him in
Right, but it's still a circle.
Yeah.
Oh, you meant so like the sphere, like the center of the sphere is underneath
So,
the
like,
ground.
here's the ground, and then...
Right.
Because if you
yeah,
tie
I
him
guess
to a chair, he's totally less than 5 feet tall.
that's true.
Even if he's standing, he's still inside it.
Yeah.
Doesn't say you have to be entirely inside it.
But if we're tying him to a chair, he's definitely entirely inside.
I'm still thinking you guys might be overcomplicating this.
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, we
Definitely.
could always just shoot
I'm
him or
friends with
stab him.
Illustrious. What do you want?
I mean, fair enough.
I mean, yeah, if you want to take over a bunch of people in the street, I'm down for that.
But
I-
I just will
I
say
think it would be
that
funny.
they know that the spell has been cast if
Yeah.
they fail, so we might want to just do it inside and deal with the
Avoid.
consequences.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
Just.
But I'm still centering it so it's just this douchebag.
All right,
As much as you can.
I will allow that.
Because that way we can lie and like make questions that are clearly based on incorrect information, so that to see if he corrects us.
Do keep in mind that if you decide to like take a step forward and punch him or something, that would put you within the zone of truth.
It's true.
It's true.
So instead, we'll make sure to have at least a couple blunt arrows that I can shoot at him.
That's what we have
Big
Rhea
stick.
for.
What is wrong with you people?
All right.
Wait,
so,
I don't think anyone in the party cares if Rhea has to step into the circle.
No.
Excuse me.
Rhea might.
I mean,
Listen,
I'll-
it would just be
I know
you
Rhea
can't
better than I know
lie.
all of you, so what?
All right. Anyway, so what's your DC for that pie?
13.
13. Okay.
And we can tell if you passed or failed.
And he has to do it every round for 10 minutes.
What?
What?
It's just a one-time
No,
thing.
It's just
One
one time
time.
thing.
Is it?
Yep.
Yep. It's
Okay.
a save or suck.
Hey, Garm.
Until the spell.
Hold on. Let me take this drink for dramatic effect.
Hang on. Until the spell ends, a creature that starts its turn must make a saving throw.
Not fucking sponsored. He failed
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Then we don't have to worry
by
about
one.
it. No.
You're
Amazing.
like, man, this is close enough. It might be good enough.
I mean, I hadn't rolled until before I asked.
Fair enough.
All right, so
I hadn't rolled until after I asked.
who's asking?
English. Sorry. Go ahead, Zio.
Who's asking the questions?
We might as well let Rhea go first.
Just don't start with punching.
Yeah, if Rhea goes first, punching is gonna happen.
Fine, then you.
I know.
Yeah, because I think Garm's trying to avoid don't make the DM ask the questions
Yeah.
about the DM.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm kind of curious as to see what Rhea is asking, but Pi is right that he gets a saving throw on his turn. So
mean-
he could break out of the zone of truth at any 6-second moment. So, like, we have to make it count. You have
It
6
is-
seconds.
It is deeply tempting if you guys make me do Rhea to just like pop back and forth between the two chairs here. Because like it doesn't matter if my headset's on because it's me talking.
My God.
Eh.
There's stuff on that chair though.
Thank God.
Mhm.
You can't see it because of the camera, but I'm pretty sure there's a knife there.
Yeah, but he can break out every 6 seconds, but
yeah.
he still has to make it the next turn anyway. It
Yeah.
doesn't say that it makes him immune to this. If
Oh,
he
yeah.
saves.
Anyway, so yes, you get one question and then he gets a chance to break free.
Yep.
Break out.
So who's asking?
You guys
Okay,
go on.
so we know that his family and his mother are trying to drag Baldur's Gate into the Nine Hells. We already questioned him slightly the last session, and he was pretty cocky about it. He doesn't care because he thinks his mom is going to save him. What do we need to know?
How?
And where?
How
and
and
when.
where?
And
Maybe
why?
start with when, because if it's in 5
When.
minutes, we got better things to
When.
do.
Yeah. when and where are the two top ones, I think, and then the how.
And why?
Okay. When are we supposed to expect the city to be dragged into the Nine Hells then? If
Hold on,
all
okay,
goes
mate.
to plan.
I'm getting my hands behind my back for role-playing purposes. What?
We can't tell, Garm.
Yeah, we actually can't
It
tell.
looks like you're like just trying to find something in your desk or something.
Yeah, like
That's
we
true.
can't.
Alright, I'm good now. If you want, I can go tie up my hands.
Knowing
You're
you'll
stalling,
like have
Garm.
a half
Yeah,
ripped
Garm.
garbage bag
Let-
and get stuck that way, and then I'm gonna laugh when your father needs to like break you out.
That's a fair point. Anyway. Sorry, you wanted to know when?
When
Yeah.
is this happening?
Well, that's a really specific question. You think I'd know? I'm looking at the section where it's like, if you interrogate him, here's all the things he knows. That's not in there. Yeah, I'm gonna rapidly mash the buttons, and I should have been looking for this instead of making jokes about doing bondage on stream.
Yes.
Hello, I'm gonna break one.
Man, it's like that one interview you did.
It's like that one interview. You're right. I regret saying anything.
If we
What was I
remember-
looking for?
When?
When? I
Or
can
any
feel
kind
my-
of time frame he might know, because he actually might not know when, and that's why it's not on your list.
Yeah.
But is this like within a few years or like?
Or like within a few hours.
Yeah. You think he'd at least know that?
Yeah.
You would think.
I'm gonna go with soon. That's all I know.
Okay. I think we already knew that. I feel like we already knew that. But we had to see if he knew, more than what he had told us originally. Where, I guess. Where can we stop this from happening? Where can we go to stop this from happening?
I know I said one question, one
save.
one save, but that got you guys literally nothing, partially because of my own fuck ups. So we're just gonna keep going. In the basement of the villa.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Also, I hate all of you.
We already knew.
Your villa?
Well, technically, it's my mother's.
Yes, because you don't own anything yourself.
He looks deeply annoyed after admitting that.
Oh, look, but he also won't admit the fact he owns nothing and he's just in his mother's pocket.
He doesn't have to.
Oh, I'm well aware.
Answer.
Vivian's
no,
pointing
no,
out
no.
he won't answer.
He's rich. He's rich. He does not need to live in his mother's basement. He lives in
That's
the
why
shed
he-
next door.
I mean, that's why he's got the
It's
low
called the
end.
guest house. They wouldn't have had all those renovations last year if it wasn't.
Real save hours. Whoa.
Still worth.
He passes.
And we can tell?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So then, as he's passing it, we just discuss what we're gonna ask him next.
Yeah, I probably will take out an arrow and just kind of like check the sharpness of it. Good.
Yeah,
This one's not. This
what
one's
did
not actually
they
that
get?
sharp.
What did they get out of the demons dragging, or demons and devils dragging them all? to hell?
Power of money? What else does a rich person get?
Yeah, but what are you gonna do with that in hell?
Become a demon? I don't really care. I just don't want the city where I do all my business to get dragged into hell. It makes business a bit harder. Okay, basement.
Are
How do
you
we-
asked? Sorry.
No, we're just
I'm
talking
just
about
typing out suggested questions right
Yeah.
now because
Yeah.
it's easier for me to type than talk.
how do we stop this? I think is more important.
Yes.
He laughs at that. Ha ha ha, ha ha. No, he actually has a much more sensible laugh.
Hew 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 hew.
Stop
Yeah.
it. You think you can stop this?
Yes. Why wouldn't we be able to stop it?
There are great plots underway, wheels within wheels. You are caught in an intricate spider's web that you cannot possibly conceive.
Hey, time for a saving throw.
Yep. killing Duke Van Thamper would probably help a lot. Fuck!
That generally is the way.
That's him failing, if that wasn't clear.
Why are they doing this?
Well, your buddy over there already pretty much nailed it. Power, money, magic.
Yeah, but what do you do with that in hell?
See,
Oh, we're not going to be here when this is over.
So who benefits from this then in hell?
Devils?
hey V, do you know how things work in the hells? You know the whole like contest of who gets the most souls wins?
You really
Guess-
think I've researched hell?
Come on, that's just like local folk tale. The whole thing about the deals with the devil and
Do
for
his
your
best.
soul. Imagine
Yeah.
instead of giving your soul, you give a whole fucking city full of souls to a devil. Imagine the contract that would nail you. Like, it doesn't take too much information to know that.
Well, maybe this is why your business is failing, because you're in the wrong business then.
Yeah, you do great with us.
You're
I
not
mean,
a
you
host.
probably would.
Imagine it. A city full of desperate people drop straight into the hells. You know what those people are going to do?
Fuck
Get
off.
out of there? Anything.
I'm sure. Yeah, no. I'm
Wait,
not. I'm
so-
not going the way my dad went. Anyways, next question.
Don't make me shove you into the bubble.
Saving throw time.
Should we shove? I kind of want to shove Nisa into the bubble right now.
Success. So if there's ever a good time,
So,
Yeah,
did the Van Thampers move here recently, or have they been here forever, Vivi?
they've been here forever. I know you're not asking me, but
Forever.
It's one of those questions that's not actually to him, just do we know?
They've been
Yeah.
here forever. They're a pretty long-term noble family here.
So what you're telling me is they didn't just move in here from El Turel.
so basically the deal with the Van Thampers, which Vivienne would know, is basically Duke Van Thamper herself was a sewer worker, and through hard work and bootstrappery, managed to basically take over the entire sewer division, and is now one of the 3 dukes of Baldur's Gate because she runs the sewers and various underground maintenance stuff.
And other underground shit.
How
So she's the
convenient.
stinky noble, I see.
Yeah.
She is not stinky anymore.
there are some things that just don't go away.
Yeah, I was gonna say it doesn't have to be necessarily smell.
So, what else are you gonna ask?
How do we get into the basement?
The stairs?
It really is
don't
that
have-
simple.
You don't have a lift in your... Wow. What kind of noble are you?
A kind of noble who prizes the fitness of my legs. Thank you very much.
Where are the
I'd like to
stairs?
look at his legs.
In the villa. Is she really the smart one?
Oh, you mean your mother's villa because you don't own anything because you just sit in her pocket.
He spits on your face.
I'd like to shoot a blunt arrow at him.
Won't
I
break it.
mean, you say blunt arrow like that's not going to break his ribs or like it.
I just don't want it to kill him.
I mean, you can use a sharp arrow for that. You just gotta aim away from any vital things. Like, if
Yeah,
you
but then
drop
there's the whole
point blank
blood.
at the middle of his hand,
we
for
did
instance,
bring him down pretty low on hit points before he gave himself up, so I don't know how many hit points he had left.
Also, like,
Oh, that's a good point.
you've got a military quality bow there. Like, the amount
Yeah.
of draw weight probably
Oh,
what?
okay.
Well, you don't have to draw it all the way back.
Yes.
Just
Anyway.
smack him if you want to hurt him. Don't-
I've seen freshmen drawing and shooting bows. You don't have to do it that well to make it go that far.
And this
You
place
should
is
see-
only at most 20 feet wide.
All right. So, next question.
We
Oh,
should
right.
roll.
It's sorry. It's
Saving throw
roll
time
time.
first.
Yeah, 20 feet.
Success.
Hey, Rhea.
Deep
Maybe you can
down.
loosen his lips a little bit. Just make sure he's conscious.
Did that get picked up by the mic?
Yes,
That
it
was
did.
beautiful, Garm.
I'm a little sorry. I didn't think it would
thought-
be quite that loud.
That was beautiful.
Anyway, yes, she cracks her knuckles exactly like that, and takes a step towards him. And I did not open her sheet for this
She
because
doesn't have anything to hide.
yeah,
As
of
far as I know.
course. I like the look on Pie's face there. Shit. Right, there's a search feature on Roll20. One of Roll20's other wonderful features. You can search
Garm.
all the things. Yeah.
Rhea is using a generic one right now, so she doesn't have a
You're
sheet that's called Rhea. So you might want to just go to the little lantern
Veteran.
and shift double click.
I
Yeah,
believe
you're
he's a veteran.
you're right.
Or search for veteran.
Veteran.
Because I
Sorry, I
recognize
forgot.
the token.
That is a failure on her count as she walks up and slugs him in the face.
Hey, Rhea. Was it
Yeah,
you
what's
who
up?
switched Captain Lafal's salt and sugar? You know, that time that I got blamed for?
Yeah, it was hilarious, and the salt sells for a lot of money.
You bitch. I'll take a silver from that later. I wanted to make sure not to waste the question, okay?
Yeah.
And rather
Uh,
us get it than him.
And Amric just smiles up at Rhea. You can see blood dripping from like one corner of his mouth. He just goes, "Oh, you're strong, aren't you?
I like her.
My mother's guards are going to enjoy killing you."
How many of them are there?
Enough.
Hit him again, Rhea.
Pie, you're muted.
I mean, I don't know how many he can really have. He doesn't even have good bodyguards with him all the time, and really, they're not even his bodyguards. There's mommy's bodyguards that are just like got demoted, so then they have to follow him around.
See, the funny thing is, I think you're all so clever. But the one carrying all the money, he got away. So if you're looking to extort me or something, you will not succeed.
That would require your mother having any care about getting you back.
Oh, she's quite
What
fond of
could
me.
we do?
I'm just pointing out.
Failure.
What could we do to make your life the most living hell? No pun intended.
I mean,
All right. Well, he failed his saving roll there. So,
oh no.
hey, if you're watching this and you're sensitive to descriptions of body horror and violence, why are you watching a Descent into Avernus stream? But also,
That's fair.
maybe mute yourself for the next like 5 minutes.
Definitely.
Oh, well, I suppose you could make a series of elaborate slices all across my body, then douse me in vinegar and
Top it off with a little bit of salt.
yeah, top it off with a little bit of salt. Good idea. And you know, maybe cut my fingers off one by one, rip out the nails, and then make slices that go crosswise with all the previous ones. That would hurt a lot.
I just turn to Vivian and go like, does it concern you that this guy knows that much about the kinds of who are they torturing?
Well,
It's
For
safe.
good too.
Thank you.
Right. So, do we need anything else that's useful?
well,
They did not do this to El Terrell. Who did this? Who? Wait. Do you know who did this to El Terrell?
Rapid scrolling. That's not the information I was looking for, you bastards who fucked up Ultra.
Because I'm pretty sure that's what Rhea wants to know.
Yeah, and Maris.
You'd probably have to ask my mother about that. The Duke, I remind you.
So you don't know shit all. Okay. So where did the money go?
Back home. Where my bodyguard is going to tell the Duke, my mother, that a bunch of low-life ruffians have her prized son captured.
Wait, the money got away. Ah, motherfucker, it's the guy that ran off. The guy that never attacked us in Wait, didn't we just see him like drinking when we went out of
He kept
at the
a low profile.
It's called acting.
Something you can't do very well.
I'm under some sort of magical compulsion.
I'll point out the magical compulsion just makes you tell the truth. It doesn't mean you have to tell the truth. You can just shut up and not say anything.
That would make too much sense for someone with no brains in his head.
Besides, then he couldn't gloat.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
saving throw. 14.
Damn.
Passes.
Yep.
Who did this to Eltrell? Don't know. Ask mommy.
Yeah, I think we need to go speak to the Duke.
I mean, to be fair, normally lackeys aren't given much information to begin with.
The real question is, do we really need him?
I would not recommend killing me.
Well, obviously you wouldn't. Nobody cares about your opinion. Does anyone else think we need him?
Actually, we could use him as collateral if things go south and we get caught.
Question is, how would we do that?
Just keep him tied here.
And
So I
this-
assume this is like close to the end of the spell.
Yeah.
So you're a gnome, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Gnomes are small, right?
Oh, good.
Oh.
Yoink!
Yeah. If this is close to the spell and we're not getting anything else out of
We're putting Nessa in
Buddy
the bubble.
boy. After Rhea knocks out
Yeah, she slugs him again.
until he's actually unconscious.
Yeah. She passes the check, though.
Damn. I was gonna ask about the time that they put itching powder in the
So, Nissa,
Yeah.
would you kindly give me a charisma saving throw?
Do I get an acrobatics to not get yoinked?
I would look. Well,
Fine. You get an acrobatics to not get yoinked.
would it be strength versus?
Athletics
versus
Probably
Probably
dex
athletics.
versus.
or
Athletics?
Athletics or
Athletics.
acrobatics versus acrobatics.
Probably with aid, whoever's got the highest, since we're all gonna drag her in.
I really don't know
I
y'all.
love you guys.
I would try and trip Nissa so she doesn't
So aid.
acrobatic away, so there's your aid.
Incredible.
I'm curious.
I don't even remember what we were gonna ask her. I just wanted
She
to do
mentioned
this.
her father.
Unfortunately, Nissa is too acrobatic. Nissa, can you give me a 1d20?
Sure.
Garm asks for random tables. That can't be good.
And does not happen to stumble into the zone of truth.
Damn it!
It's a like 20-foot room. I figured I should check.
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
that's fair.
Obviously, that would have been the nat 1 result.
And way
Hey,
funnier.
back to the other side of the room. Lon, what the fuck?
Lon was just
Maybe
curious
you shouldn't
about
have been
what
like,
you said.
"Well, I don't want to know what happened. What to go the way that happened to my father. Oh, look, I don't want to talk about this next to the zone of truth.
With a bunch of strangers? Yeah, I don't. Besides, what business is it to you
All right,
what happened to my
strangers leave.
father? He's
Rhea
tied to the chair.
And unconscious.
And I
Rhea
got them.
courteously steps out. Since I assume you were talking to Rhea, and
She's probably going to try and
Nice.
drag Maris, but Maris is a little bit curious.
don't be rude.
Fine.
I'm gonna loudly whisper, I like him.
So?
My father was a warlock.
Yeah.
Okay.
When his contract expired, he got sent to hell.
Ah.
Wait, is that what happens to warlocks?
If you choose the wrong pact, then yes.
What if you don't have a backstory and don't know who you made a pact with?
You're going to get sent to the sword dimension.
I'm more thinking,
It
how
sounds very pointy.
many warlocks have you made, Pie?
Realmevic's going to get sent to the
Sun.
desert, I guess.
No, to the sun. He's
Go
just
back
gonna
home.
Just to
land
the
on the
sun.
sun.
It really depends on how you get your warlock powers. But in some cases, if you make a deal with the devil to get your powers from a devil, then yes, generally it means once you've, finished what you wanted the magic for, then your soul is theirs.
Great, now
Unless
I gotta
you-
find out if swords can be devils.
Unless you put up a different thing as collateral.
You're right, because I don't actually know if I made a deal with the sword or not. Anyway.
Yeah, it's like some people will be like, oh yeah, not my soul, my firstborn child. You can take that one.
Or
And then proceeds to never have kids and is sterile.
No, that one works way better if you're a dude. It's easier to have kids more quickly. Well,
Also,
it's true.
You can have my firstborn kid. I don't know which one it is, though. Have fun.
It generally has to be something that'll hurt to lose, though. So
Doctor's like, it's a boy. Oh, it's gone.
it's it's a warlock payment.
Cha-ching.
so
As it poofs.
the baby is delivered and then poof, receipt.
No.
No.
It's the devil just walks out from the door and is like, okay, that's mine. Hand it over. I have the paperwork to prove it.
Yep. Very
I'm
sorry
the
to
father.
I have an invoice here.
They
that's the
have
worst
this
part.
whole-
They do.
Oh, no. The nobility have this gathering where they have devils on show like Jerry Springer.
This is why we get through like nothing every Avernus session. I'm just gonna say.
I'd like
Oh,
to
yeah.
point out this is why it's funny as hell anyway.
Oh yeah, it's definitely strictly an Avernus problem and not literally all our campaigns.
Okay, it's worse when you're DMing.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyway, if you want to know more about Pie's spooky warlock with no set backstory, check out our Descent into Undermountain campaign, which is madness.
Mad Mage.
Mad Mage.
Garm.
I just called it Descent into Undermountain, didn't I?
Yeah.
You did.
You sure did.
I mean,
Dungeon.
you're not wrong. That's where
Well,
we go.
So
Dungeon of the Mad Mage.
Right.
It's not
so
like we do it weekly and he plays in it, so he totally wouldn't know the name of it.
I'm
I
gonna
don't-
point out he doesn't remember his own character's information weekly.
I always. My subclass and class are both very similarly named.
uh-huh.
Oh, he's
All
doing
right,
the
let's-
pouty face.
oh, there's All right. So
Let's
go
get back
to a
into,
villa.
you
let's go into a basement of a villa.
I don't know
Dungeon
what
of
to do with my
the
face
Avernus.
now. Dungeon Descent into Titan's Air.
So are we going to actually try and sleep, or are we gonna go?
Yes. Sleep.
Yes.
Sleep.
Because I'd like
We're
to.
not
point
gonna
out-
sleep here, though.
Mm-mm. What are we gonna do with him then? Do you really think he's not gonna be able to try and wiggle his way out? He's greasy.
Oh, he's absolutely gonna do that.
Do you have like a hole under the floorboards we could just toss him into? I don't know how this place works. I've never been here before.
You
Oh, look
paid
at
for
me.
it. I mean,
Excuse me? What do you mean by that,
nothing. Anyways,
Nissa?
So, if we know any other place nearby, I have professional courtesy,
yeah,
and I can gain unimpeded entry to nearly any bank, guild hall, place of business, workhouse, or crew meeting place in my district.
which is the lower district.
Lower city.
Yes, the lower city.
Uh,
So, if we have a hidey hole that we know about somewhere else,
I mean, honestly, if this is the hidey hole that we have because of your contacts, we likely have my corner in the upper district. It's not going to be comfy, but my lab, I could put us up for the night in my lab.
we're not looking for comfy, we're looking for not here.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
But again, what are we doing with this idiot?
Van Thwacker.
Tying him up real good and making sure he's muffled enough that people outside think that it's just the shouts from the street.
Do you have any mechanical thingies? Or can you and I make any mechanical thingies that just make a low-level amount of noise?
Yeah.
Then people might come to investigate the low-level amount of noise, though.
But, like, some normal amount of noise.
Just put a cat nearby.
Constant,
Put Hobbs in there.
Hobbs?
Yeah.
Not
constant
that
sound
volume.
of cats
That'll
mating.
actually get complaints.
Yeah.
Shockingly, he hasn't yet.
I mean, considering how dense Baldur's Gate is, I don't think someone muffly shouting from inside a building is going to attract much attention.
It's
to be
Baldur's
fair.
Gate in the lower city. No one's gonna notice jack shit.
And
I
if
have an
they did
idea, though.
notice, yeah,
I have an idea, though. Remember that thing I used with the smell? I could leave that so that people don't want to get anywhere near this building, and he suffers from the smell.
Wow.
I like you.
I appreciate that your cover plans make your place smell like a meth lab.
No, meth lab will smell better.
Has to
I
be
could
sterile.
make it smell like whatever I want. Rotten
Besides,
eggs.
meth lab is going to attract people that want our meth.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking like rotting fish smell.
Of just,
Fair
hey,
enough.
somebody used this place as a dump.
I mean, it is a. I'm thinking it's a small warehouse near the docks, so
it's like,
rotten
oh, well.
fish smell.
Someone was using this place as like a fish butchery,
Yeah, and
like-
then forgot about the fish or something.
or like the dude died and now the fish are just
It is
here.
only perceivable up to 10 feet away.
Nice.
So,
So just put it by the door and put him like at the other end of it.
yeah. Well, that
So
means
if
he
you
doesn't
get close
smell
to
it,
the
but
door, it smells.
Honestly, just leave the stinky thing on top of him and make him suffer. He won't want to scream because that requires inhaling more.
No. If you're gonna do that, then you just tie it to the top of his head.
Or you know, like strap it around his neck
I mean, technically, I can make two. So I could put one by the door and one by
and
him.
one by him.
Sounds good. We're doing that.
Yep.
Are we the baddies?
Yep.
You're getting there.
We're playing Descent into Avernus. What did you
We're
expect?
in Baldur's Gate. Everybody in Baldur's Gate are the baddies. Even the
That's
goodies.
a good point.
Anyways, yes. It is. It lasts indefinitely, or until, as an action, I touch the object and end the property early.
Oh my god, I love it.
You're gonna forget about him here.
Or we're gonna remember about him after this whole city is in hell.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
mean-
he's going to stink indefinitely.
I mean, you know what? If the city still winds up going to hell, then that'll make him suffer more than any of the things he described, because devils are really good at torture.
it's gonna be like 2 months later. You guys have gotten so sidetracked, you completely left Baldur's Gate. You're like out in fucking Karatur or something. You get the news that Baldur's Gate has disappeared, and you're just like, weren't we doing something there?
Oops.
Oh shit.
I will
Dude.
point out that I can only have 3 objects doing this, so once I start like using them on other objects, these will lose their effects. So
Okay.
it's
Yeah.
Man, Can you imagine anything more concerning than it's been like, you've been in this basement for so long, all Alton browned up, and then suddenly the stank just stops? It would
All right.
concern me.
You've lost your
Right.
sense of smell at this point.
So,
Can we just backtrack to all Alton browned up?
I mean,
We're not having him cook with the weird bondage gear we put on him.
What do you think Alton Brown usually does with the weird bondage gear?
moving
Complain
on.
that they're
Please
gonna have a lot of
remember
small
we're
children after the
streaming.
quarantine.
Please remember we're streaming, guys. Moving on.
Right.
Welcome to Descent into Avernus, home of uncomfortable jokes.
so
Remember to like and subscribe.
Well, after all that, they're not going to subscribe, Garm.
yeah.
If they're still here, they will.
We actually have someone in chat, so hi. I'm glad you're
Oh.
enjoying this.
Hello. Hey, it's Space Glam. What up, Space Dan?
I wonder if they were there when I fucking roasted ill.
Oh wow!
Thank you for
Thank you for the subscription.
Yeah.
See, you're telling me they would subscribe for our fucked up humor?
Thank you for the subscription, Space Dan. We love you.
Yeah.
If you were in this
Okay.
party, you could become Helldan.
Oh no. Okay, so you guys are taking a lovely nap somewhere.
Yeah, so I'll set up 2 little tiny electrical spiders, one on his head and one by the door, and then run like hell because it stinks.
Yeah.
And then we'll head to the upper city where you have your lab. We will sleep there, and then we will deal with the estate that we need to
Yeah,
go
just
find.
don't look
The
shady
villa.
going in because the front part of the lab is actually my storefront, and I don't want business. You're going in through the back.
Gee, thanks.
Okay.
I'm not worried about you, Vivi. I'm more worried about sneaking all these riffraff into the high city, whatever it's called.
I'm
Upper city.
It's literally on the map.
I was focused on another part of it.
Also, the river has a name now that was still on the DM layer until this session. So there you go.
Good job.
Shialdar River. I know
Nice
it's the
one,
Shialdar
Garb.
River.
Anyways,
It came up in Tyranny. Yeah, so we go up into the upper city. I'm assuming we have because we have our business there, we can tell the guards, hey, they're with us, and they can just.
And you guys have the badges.
That's right.
Yeah. If not for the badges, you would be in more trouble. Yes. One of them gives Rhea a look, hey, haven't I seen you on a wanted poster somewhere kind of look. But you have badges, so they let you through.
Shit.
Y'all remember that time you were like, what could Rhea possibly have to hide? Yeah, good times.
And all we asked her was if she sold some salt shakers. Anyways, we should either bed down for the night and rest and
Yeah.
tinker.
hi.
What did you just do?
Hi.
Pie?
Hi.
What?
Please pan to the upper left corner, they say.
For those listening, Pi has drawn a face in the upper left corner that I just scrolled to.
I don't know what to do with my face.
Literally the
No, wait, I have a solution for this. I'll be back in a sec.
Also,
Talk amongst
Space Glam,
yourselves.
congrats! You can use Garm's face as an emote now.
That's the real treasure here of subscribing to this lunatic group. Being able to with Garm's face.
Also, there is a kitty.
I'm crying.
Yeah, Yes, it's going to come in very handy.
All right, got it sorted.
So you telling me you had to get all Alton browned up for this?
Mild regrets. There's no winning for me, is there?
You know,
No.
Garm, if you had just given me a blank map so I could have made my life pretty square over that, we wouldn't have this problem.
Yes, we would. You would have done the same thing.
It's true.
It's true.
Also, I was born in this campaign, molded in it. You merely adopted Dungeons and Dragons. I haven't actually seen The Dark Knight Rises. I've just seen the memes.
All right. Let's go to a villa and break into a basement.
So how much have we actually done in this game today besides make jokes?
A
Nothing.
surprising amount, considering an hour into a GARM session.
I mean,
He's not wrong.
Yeah.
All right, so we have our long
We're in the
rest.
Garm session. We gotta hurry before like it's up.
Yeah. So long
It's
rest,
true.
yes, Garm?
Yeah,
Woo!
I'm not making the
Points
face beneath the
again.
mask.
We can tell from your tone you absolutely are.
All right,
This
so
is who I am now. Stay safe, wash your hands.
Okay, so
okay, so I have one question because we lost the long tooth dude that was moderately useful and he got replaced by this guy who knows if he's useful or not.
Yeah, I don't think too hard of it.
So that means I've got an infusion that I can use for something
Ah,
because I have
Maybe you should post info of all the infusions you can do.
yeah, what can
I'm using the repeating shot on my crossbow, which
Mhm.
means it shoots like magical shots, so I don't have to fucking worry about
Lovely
buying
sex.
reloading shit. I can make a returning weapon, which does exactly what it says. A weapon that returns to you. It has to be a simpler martial with the thrown property. It does give it a +1 as well. I can take a armor or shield and give it a +1. Or I can make a bag of holding.
back of holding.
I will say, who in this group is going to be up front tanking? Because a bonus to AC at this level is huge.
It's true.
That's true. But how often can you change it? Whenever? Or...
Once a day.
Okay.
And yeah.
So,
I'm going to be up front almost.
So
what's
do
your
you-
AC currently?
What's your AC?
18.
Rip Garm.
I mean, I could also enhance my studded leather because with studded leather I have a 13 armor class.
Actually,
ideally-
Everything's gonna hit you anyway.
Pi,
Exactly.
Pi, what's yours?
17.
Do you wear armor or use a shield? Because I know you're a cleric, so do you have either of those? Because having a cleric that's harder to hit would also be useful.
I have scale mail and a shield.
Yeah.
Okay, so I could do it on your shield and then if needed... Oh wait, no, it's attuned. You have to attune to it. So you can't just mid-battle throw it to the new guy.
Man, that would be
Yeah.
dope as hell, though.
Mm-hmm.
My name
Right?
is Maris.
I mean, ideally, the new guy would be in front more than me.
Yeah, but having a
Yeah.
cleric that is harder to hit would be really fucking useful.
I agree.
I say
And
for
I
now,
have-
put it on the new guy.
Okay, to keep him
Because
alive.
if we go into a fight, for today, and then
Mhm.
however that goes, we'll figure out who to put it on after that.
Fair enough. 'Cause,
Kirby,
yeah,
Kirby.
everything she listed, none of those work for me.
Okay.
I don't wear armor. I don't use a weapon. It does nothing for me.
Okay.
Did you say
You were
something?
gonna say
Garm?
something, Garm?
Wildly off topic. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
arm things.
So
Gotcha.
so what armor are you wearing, Maris?
I'm wearing chainmail and I've got a shield.
All right, get undressed.
I'm sorry.
Give me your fucking chainmail.
Oh. Yeah, I do.
I mean, I don't think he'd be entirely stripping. Surely he's got like a gambus on under it and stuff.
I mean, I'm hoping so. No one likes chaste
Oh, yeah.
nipples.
How would you know about that? Ray,
Heard
have you been...
stories.
I've made chainmail.
I can almost guarantee Brea is also not freeballing it under there.
No,
Have you seen the art? She's definitely not.
Oh, I know.
I could also give it to Raya.
Or,
What do we like better?
or you could do it on the shield instead of the armor.
I could. Wait, you have a shield?
I said I used chainmail and a shield.
Oh, okay. Well, then don't strip. Give me a shield.
Yeah, I will.
Take it off, take it. No, put it on, put it on.
I mean, I assume you took it off to sleep, or else you're taking the fucking exhaustion for sleeping in
Yeah,
your
you probably caught me as I was starting to put it on in the morning.
Yeah. Like, give me the thing. Oh, you have a shield. That's even better. Just give me the shield. And I'll deck it out with some tinkering and some arcane sigils and then hand it back to you.
All right.
Also,
cool.
can I just point out, god damn it, my sleight of hand is only 1 and I'm in Nissa's fucking workshop.
Get fucked,
And I'm
nerd.
real mad about that.
My sleight of hand.
Would you hurt a small business owner in these trying times?
Yes, because I'm also a small business owner and hers is in the upper city.
Okay, Robin Hood. Or Crocodile Hood.
Oh my god, Pie Pout, so cute.
I'm a crocodile.
Pie Pout is pretty fucking good.
Mhm.
Yeah. We need another
Great.
emote.
That mask, kind of warm.
No
Because it's
doubt.
meant for winter.
Okay, Elton.
So there you go. It's a +1 armor, +1 shield now, and it does count as magical, which means that it does require attunement, and I think, yeah, it does require attunement.
And you probably would have done it the night before?
No, I have to do it during the night, during the rest, basically.
Oh, okay.
Whenever I
So then-
finish along the rest. So you have an
Okay.
hour to
Yep, then I'll
get
do it.
acquainted with the.
I'll get myself familiar with it again.
While we have breakfast, you get familiar with your new shield.
Mm-hmm.
I'll toss you an egg.
You'll toss me an egg?
An egg sandwich.
It sounds pretty good right now, honestly.
See? She's in the upper city. She's wasting food.
I'm not wasting food. I'm just making breakfast. Do you not want breakfast, Vaughn? I have fresh fish.
Does it smell better than what we left?
Yes,
Okay.
that's why it's fresh.
Does that imply that you get fish delivered to you in the morning? Like if it's fresh?
No, I just had someone go out and buy fish from the marketplace.
She's also a tinker.
Right.
She
Yes.
probably has some kind of like fridge or something so she can keep fish for
That's
a day
true.
or two.
Like an ice box, probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a magical ice box. Yeah.
Oh, right, magic
Oh.
exists. I forget sometimes.
Really? I thought I was going to go with a large thermos.
I mean, to be fair, I
Drop
have this
fish
shop.
in.
I probably have some attendants to, keep the shop running when I'm running around or doing shit.
So you're
I'm the
telling me you have
inventor.
minions.
I'm not
Yes,
the
I would
seller.
totally steal from small businesses. I think.
I mean, it is possible you've invented some sort of rudimentary, primitive, magical refrigerator.
I'm an artificer. What else do you expect I do?
She's
Yeah,
probably
it just-
sold quite a few of those to the upper city, let's be real here.
How do you think I
probably
keep this
why
place
they let you
open?
stay there.
I'd wager, still working on the early devices. 1 in every 7 days, it just lights on fire and destroys everything inside. But that's what I have attendants for. We're still working on the kinks.
I have one that works well, and it's in my shop.
So you can study it to replicate it, right?
It only
mean-
lights on fire once every 8 days.
That's the only part of artificer that I've never understood in terms of class features, because I get to tinker a bunch with magical items, but never actually create a real one.
Not true.
That's
There's an
'cause it's a
infusion that
wizard's
allows
job.
you to.
That's a metaphor for programming, just so you know.
Anyhow.
All right, so we have breakfast. He gets acquainted with his shield, and
And we're probably not going to want to approach the Duke.
desert.
villa in the day.
That's a really good point, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Except a lot of thefts happen in the middle of the day because they're out doing something else.
Okay, I will point out we did great by doing middle of the day go into the sewers. I feel like they might have more guards during the night.
All right, whatever.
We would have to figure out how the fuck we're going into her house.
Well, I'm sure
I
she
have
has
an
a whole
idea.
bunch of
Uh-oh.
servants.
Okay.
So
What's our
remember
idea?
that thing we just talked about? What if I
Oh,
sell her
Jesus Christ.
a refrigerator unit?
And we have to go in to set it up.
Exactly. I'm sure.
Carve,
Yes.
I am so glad I get to have you as a player.
Imagine Duke Vanthampur, first person in the upper city with a cold box.
That doesn't
No.
light on fire every 7 days.
Exactly.
No
It's
daily
the
ice
newest
deliveries.
model.
Yeah, no daily ice deliveries. No. And I'm sure Duke Van Thamper would be very happy about not having somebody deliver ice into her house, because the demon called under it. But don't say you know that.
Don't you just hate it when your ice starts to melt as soon as it comes into contact with your place?
Weird, like there's a portal directly to Avernus in there.
Unfortunately, heat rises, so there's no way to counteract that.
Yeah.
Especially if that's in the basement or something. That's a good way to get knifed immediately. Don't say that.
Knife? No, that's a good way to just get knocked unconscious and your body thrown into the portal.
That's true.
Yeah. Hey, here's another soul.
I mean,
All right.
as long as you're willing to do the talking, because you understand how these things work.
I do.
Precisely.
I have a charisma of 0, but sure.
I also have charisma of 0. Which is why I'm not talking.
You're still the face of the party, you.
I hate being the face of the party. I'm not good at
Well,
this
then-
shit. I'm
Then
gonna.
don't play a sorcerer.
You could try and pen a letter if you would like.
Huh?
You could
Write
write her
a
a letter
letter.
instead of going
Write a letter of
there.
introduction.
Yeah.
It would probably
And-
be better received, honestly, at least at first.
Yeah, and I know, Zio, you're not very good at, you're uncomfortable with the improvised talking stuff. So we could just kind of skim over the actual contents and get one of you to write it up later. That's content for our blog or the Patreon. More likely the Patreon, but it'll be a free post because it's
Avernus.
a letter. Tell us. We're on Patreon, patreon.com/Midgardia.
But
Okay.
I could write a letter, yes.
I think that's a good idea. That means, it's the proper, letter of introduction, especially if it's coming from a fellow noble.
I'm not putting my name attached to this because that might get me in shit with my family. I'm just pointing that out.
Okay, fine. We'll use my name.
There you go.
Use your
Alright,
store's
well-
name if you don't want to use your actual name.
Yeah, your actual name's gonna take a page on its own.
It's true.
This place is just called the Waywalk It, so,
That works. So, yeah, I write the letter and try and make it sound as formal as possible. One thing Vivian has is really good penmanship, so it looks really official and pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you have me backing you up with all the, details of what makes it a good sales pitch because, I know how the thing works.
Mm-hmm.
Can you give me a persuasion check with advantage? Because you have
Calligraphy tools.
Nissa aiding.
Oh, yeah.
23.
23.
Turns out I'm proficient in persuasion.
How often does that actually come up in a fucking campaign?
Rarely.
I take persuasion on
rarely.
almost every character. Yeah, I take persuasion on almost every character. And I get to use it once,
Mm-hmm.
not per session, per campaign.
Mm-hmm.
Noted.
That's because I also have persuasion. It's also called Fireball.
Yeah, exactly. It turns out a knife works way better.
No matter how classy the wizard, a knife in the spine still detracts them from their spells.
Speak softly, but carry a big stick.
Exactly. And
What
other
stick?
phrases. So at 23, you are sent, like, even if you're currying it over or something, you will have some time to kill before you receive a response, which hopefully isn't firebombing your shop, but you got 23, so probably not. Although it would be incredibly funny if you woke up in the middle of the night to them just, like, stealing the fridge.
But no, Dukes would not do that.
Yeah, can you imagine Duke Van Damme for doing something illegal? That would be crazy.
Uh-huh.
He's got a point there, show.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right. You wouldn't be waking up in the middle of the night because the Duke would have you assassinated first and then reclaim the fridge, saying that they had already gotten the deal for it.
Yeah, there you go.
They had already paid for
You
it.
you realize that if they do that and the thing starts malfunctioning, they're fucked.
That is true. They'll keep you alive.
Some sort of mechano thrall.
Tied to a chill box.
Great in summer, not so great in the winter. It's the worst.
And then requests to make it bigger.
Anyways.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll tinker in my shop and deal with my regular stuff.
Any other miscellaneous tasks you guys would like to take care of in Baldur's Gate over the course of the day?
Vivian is gonna try and figure out what the fuck happened to her during the fight yesterday and figure out jack shit because she doesn't know what happened.
No doubt, no doubt. Happens sometimes.
Actually, where would you go to figure that out?
She'd probably still be in the back room being like, okay, so how did I do that thing? Did I do this? No. Did I do that? No.
Okay, refresh my memory. What did happen?
Basically, radiant burning energy started coming out from her, and she was glowing really brightly, and she was kind of hurting everyone, including herself, with that glowy bits, but it also made all of the attacks she did more powerful during that time. She was also very tired after it happened.
So, would this be something I'd heard about being a cleric? Like rumors of random powers manifesting.
Do you want?
Radiant energy.
This is where my knowledge of the Forgotten Realms falls short, because I'm not exactly sure how common Aasimar are.
I just know that they're half celestial.
Yeah.
Kinda, sorta, not really. It's weird how Aasimars work.
Yeah, because they weren't really around when the saying was written.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to give me a religion check, Lon?
You would think I have that trained.
Thanks, Space Glam.
What?
Celestial ASMR. ASMR.
So now you're a radio station.
Celestial radio station. Okay, I'd like to just say before I roll that I'm just a cleric by trade. I didn't actually go to cleric school.
Oh my god.
I have a -1 to religion.
Alright.
It's a 10.
That sounds like vaguely familiar. You feel like it's a thing you may have heard of. Those kinds of people often end up in very dangerous places, like when descending into the Undermountain and stuff like that. It's not unheard of, but you're not. Specific examples do not come to mind, and you're not sure how that happens beyond maybe Ma fucked a Celestial. Or Pa fucked a Celestial, either works.
Okay. So,
Vivian, yes.
Vivian. When a mommy angel and a daddy angel love each other very much, but then one of them gets bored and finds a mortal. sometimes the kids explode and then they have to go talk to the temples.
What?
Oh, puberty.
That is the best explanation of anything I have ever heard. Thank you.
Meanwhile, Vivian is just looking at you like, what are you talking about?
You know, the whole, ooh, shiny, glowy, ow, ow, ow thing you did.
Yeah, I'm assuming.
Maybe you should go talk to the temple.
What temple?
You know, a temple with,
I've never been to a temple. Temples aren't really in my...
Yes, maybe that's why you don't know what's going on.
I can't believe I'm asking this. Is there a temple you would recommend?
Up here, I don't know.
Fair enough.
Don't go to the super popular ones, because they all get corrupted by money. Go for, like, the
So ones
lower
you would
half
know
of
about.
Upper City. Well, I mean, they're not there for the money.
Is there any I should be avoiding?
Probably anything to do with fire. Like there's this one guy called Ray. I think he has to do with the sun.
Carm, no better than drink that.
Fucking perfect.
Ray having
don't
to
learn.
do with the sun?
Yeah, just avoid that one.
Like a sun ray? That is the dumbest name I've ever heard of.
No, don't tell them that.
I'm not going to, but...
I don't know, just go to one that's got scholars and stuff at it, because, you know, the ones that never leave and they just read books all day.
I'll consider that some other time. We don't know when we're going to get the response of the letter, so, you know, I don't want to be somewhere else.
Yeah.
I just kind of figured it was more weird magic stuff, because, you know, I'm a sorcerer.
If you're looking for scholarly places full of lore, there is a place called Candlekeep. Which...
Why does that sound familiar?
Because it was going to get attacked by a bunch of cultists.
in Tyranny of Dragons, I assume.
Yeah.
Which you
They
can
were-
also see if you sign up for our Patreon, patreon.com/Midgardia.
Or
They were heading to
midgardia.com/Patreon.
I later actually looked up Candlekeep, and they definitely were not going to do that. They were just telling you that.
Yeah, if I recall correctly, Candlekeep is basically shitloads of scholars and books.
Yeah, but Candlekeep isn't around here. It's a different city.
Yeah.
It's like 2 weeks travel south.
Yeah.
The
That's
Sword
not
Coast is a
gonna
pretty
happen.
large place.
Yeah, that's not going to happen right now, but Vivian will keep that in mind.
I would not describe that emote as HD. Although, if you want to see Garmin HD, you can check out our cool crowdfunding series where half of the screen is my face.
Anyways.
Anyways, there has to be like libraries and you could always go to the temple of the goddess of knowledge.
It's not Mistra, is it?
She's the goddess of magic.
Right.
I have no idea who the other one is.
I feel like I have an excuse for not knowing things when we run, like, more obscure settings. And then we run Favorite, and I'm just like, no idea.
Anyways, like, Vivian doesn't know when we're going to get a response, so she's not going to try going elsewhere to get answers right now.
Show, you're going to say something?
Yeah, just another deity of knowledge is Ayun. So.
Is Ayun even in this?
I don't know if Ayun is in this setting.
She has to be.
She might be.
She's one of the...
But she's more magical knowledge, right?
Are you telling me that we have an entire setting with multiple gods and we're debating if some gods exist?
I mean, that's the big thing about Faerun, isn't it? There's so many fucking gods and pantheons in this world. I mean, Bane is here, so I don't see why Ioun wouldn't.
Okay, fair enough. But anyways, moving on.
She might be called differently, but
I mean, Ioun stones apparently exist, but there's no
Exactly.
entry on the Forgotten Realms wiki for Ioun.
great. Awesome. I love the setting.
I get the feeling that's not true.
I found it. Daenerys. Deity of literature, art, knowledge, glyphs, images, and cartography.
Funny, I thought it'd be the god of money. It's really close to dinero, that's all I got.
He's also a lesser deity, so there you go. Not one of the main ones.
Perfect. Because fuck knowing things.
Not the deity of pita bread and meat.
Anyways, how long do we have to wait before we get a response?
Probably a day.
Great.
Okay.
How long before someone dies of starvation?
Like a week. It's water you got to worry about. That's about 3 days.
Water is 3 days.
Okay, good to know.
Welcome to Midgardia. We all just know that offhand. Don't worry about it.
No, it's dehydration, starvation, and forget what the other one is, but it's the rule of threes. It's like, all right,
3 minutes without
Oxygen.
oxygen?
oxygen, water, and food. 3 minutes, 3 hours,
3
3
days.
minutes. Yep,
And
and
then
3 weeks.
yeah, 3 weeks. Oh yeah, I knew about that. I forgot about that, but I knew about that. I've heard about that.
There is a goddess called Mother of Cats.
Well, we
Okay,
know
well,
what
I
Pi
didn't
is
know.
worshipping in her the
Shut
next.
Deity of hedonism, sensual fulfillment, fest halls, and cats.
Yo, I'm in.
You had me at
I
gas,
was-
but I'm definitely in now.
I was just about to say we haven't seen Earl all session, and then I just saw him bounce up.
Speaking of cats,
He's like, cats?
Hey guys, it's the mascot of Midgardia, basically. Hi, Earl.
he's purring.
What a good boy.
He is a very good boy.
Garm, did you misspell cat
Yeah,
activity?
shut up. Listen, ever since I did transcription, my actual typing skill has gone to shit. Just like, I'm not getting paid for this right now, I don't care.
What a good kitty.
Oh no, he's settled down.
Of course
But I'm
he did.
holding my arm in the air, and this is not gonna
mean,
last.
This might be a good place to take a break before you guys go get stabbed to death.
That's
is
true.
fair.
Or do the
We're
stabbing.
not gonna get stabbing to death.
We're gonna stab others to death?
We're gonna get killed by vampires?
Wrong
Absolutely.
campaign.
Wrong campaign.
It sounds close to
Patreon.
vampire, but
It's
Patreon.
vampire, god damn it.
Van Vampire.
Anyways, we will be right back.
Hello, everybody. It's this again. Earl is still wandering around Karu, begging for food. Or pets.
I don't think
one
I've
of the two.
ever seen that much chat
No,
going
holy
up the
shit,
screen.
I came back and it was like, was it frozen?
No, it was just during the break.
Yeah,
I
Um,
didn't do it.
I was just like, what the fuck? Did I break something? No.
Also, obviously, a Patreon incentive is going to have to be like a half-hour video of just Pie eating Pop Rocks. That's it.
I'm okay with this.
Oh, okay. Well,
I mean, the last time I did this, I ate like 9 packs at a time, and it gave me stuff a tummy ache, and I can't imagine why.
Honestly, all I can
Oh,
think
yeah.
about is the time we gave my dog, when I was a kid, some Pop Rocks.
Oh.
Oh no!
He was really surprised to begin with, and then he loved it.
Oh no! I don't
That's
know why
even
I think that's
worse.
bad. That's terrible.
Sugar, because sugar. You don't give sugar to
It
a
was
dog.
just a little bit. Like, we basically gave him 2 little pieces. He licked it up, and then he
Yeah.
wanted some more, so we gave him a couple more. It wasn't a lot. We controlled it. He was such a good boy.
That's really cute.
But he was adorable.
All right. I'm going to
Wait,
drag
was
you
this the
guys.
same dog that dragged garbage through your house because it got stuck?
Wasn't garbage. It was a bag of empty pop cans. And yes,
How's that not garbage?
it was recyclable.
Oh my god.
He was also the dog who accidentally pulled down our whole Christmas tree one year, and that was the one year we had gotten a real Christmas tree.
No.
That was when we lived in the trailer, so there was sap and needles everywhere in our tiny home.
And water, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, lots of broken decorations and a very spooked dog.
So we haven't actually put up our Christmas tree in like at least 5 years. But what we do, and like that's not because we don't want to decorate it, because what we do every year, or when we actually put it up, is we just put a trash bag over the top of it with all the decorations still on and carried it downstairs.
Yeah, that sounds like you and your dad.
That's called ingenuity. We do have a very tiny, like, powered Christmas tree that we put up sometimes.
I think Earl is just the new player, guys.
Yep. So Earl, what would you like to do?
Purring.
Perf?
Earl?
Okay.
Earl, you're selling a refrigerator. Go. He's like,
Sho,
well,
can you,
it keeps sushi, and it's great.
Sho, can you see anything? Or is this the token
Nope.
that doesn't have? Okay,
That's the token that doesn't have it.
great. I put that down before I did that. Goodbye, Earl. What a good boy.
He's such a good boy.
That-
There he goes again.
That boy has big ups. Also, the health bar for Sho's token is misaligned, and I don't know why.
Double click, go to the settings, and do where it shows up. You want it to show over laptop.
Oh, Barlow. Okay, yeah. Top over.
Yeah,
How you doing there, buddy?
that was a claw to the nipple.
Not ideal.
I mean, honestly, I'll trade you. I got 4 to the neck.
We're not trading in injuries here. We're not doing the injury stock market.
Yeah, please don't.
Yeah, but how much do you think they'd go
I
for?
forgot to heal myself. Apparently.
Right.
Karu.
So, while Karu heals herself, Vivienne, were you going to go dick around at the temple and interrogate
No,
them?
not at this point. Like
Alright.
she's curious, but at the same time, she didn't know when we'd get info, so she didn't want to go to a temple with unknown time.
All right. So, the next day, you guys awake. You know, around. I was gonna say early, but you guys are a bunch of layabouts for the most part, aside from good old Nissa. You're a noble, Zio. You're the definition of a layabout.
Yeah.
Of all the people in this party, you don't get to look offended about that.
To be fair, I was probably up at dawn. I
That's
was
fair.
attuning to my shield and then
You were,
testing
you
it
were,
out.
yeah. You're kind of hanging out with these people. You feel like you got a good idea that they're. Look, I don't have a really good justification, but it's D&D. We're going with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't have anywhere else to stay.
Yeah, and it seemed you get the weird feeling that the fate of this city, if not the whole of the Sword Coast, if not the whole of Faerun, if not the whole of Toril, rests on the shoulders of these layabouts.
Idiots.
Yeah, that's concerning.
I hope I did that order right. Somebody's gonna call me out if I'm wrong.
Yep,
Oh.
sure
That
will.
would require people watching our shit.
I wasn't
you
gonna
should've
say
just gone-
it.
I think you should have just gone like Sword Coast and then Toril.
Well, I have to remember Karatur as well. It's technically canon. Anyway. So you guys receive a couriered message relatively early in the morning, probably like, oh, she's a noble. And probably like 9 a.m.-ish. Do they even use a 12-hour clock in Faerun? I have no
Anyways.
idea. It seems
God.
like something they probably have a replacement for. Anyway, at like in the morning, you receive a couriered message from Duke Van Thamper that says basically, what the fuck is a refrigerator? But also cool. It's a little bit more formal than that, obviously, but the basic gist of it is...
Why would she answer her own question?
Yeah, alright. The basic gist of it is, that sounds like an interesting idea. I would love to see a demonstration of that. That seems relevant to my field of sewery and stuff.
She wants
It's
to
more-
brag to her friends that she has this thing.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's the gist of it.
Okay.
Please
Does
come
she-
by my villa. Blah, blah, blah.
Okay. So apparently, since timepieces are something that only rich people have, there is a 24-hour schedule for Faerun, and they use dawn, morning, high sun, afternoon, dusk, sunset, evening, midnight, and moon dark, or night's heart and night's end, to indicate what time of day you want to gather.
Well, you're told to meet at like sun high then. And you receive the message in morning.
High sun.
High sun, damn it. Trying so hard here.
Or noon. Noon works too.
No.
There's actually a bunch of naming conventions for these things because, Faerun.
Yeah, because of Faerun's long legacy of being written in by like 400 different authors who don't always talk.
Yeah.
It's like Star Wars.
Okay. In the time before we go there, I will give a basic rundown to Vivi and Lon as to how the magical ice box works.
Yes, excellent. Give me your secrets.
How it works, not how I made it.
Meanwhile, Vivian kind of sort of understands everything, but she's just nodding along, and it's like, okay. Please note, Vivian is not intelligent or wise.
God, relatable.
So here I am explaining, and yeah, it is very important not to touch this after noon, or it blows up for some reason. I haven't figured out why, but
What,
as long as
so,
that's not touched, it's fine.
So what you're saying is, once
No.
you demonstrate it to the Duke, we offer for her to test it out.
Can't you
as
put
long
something
as it's afternoon.
over it? This
Yeah, but
seems
you
like
have
a
to
big
touch it at
flaw.
night to like reactivate the ice spell that's inside of it.
So how does it know what time it is to determine if it should reactivate or explode?
I think it has to do with like if you do it twice in a day, it explodes, but only if it's been a certain number of hours since you activated it the first time.
You think?
This sounds like such gnome bullshit, and I love it. Thank you, Karu.
Also, I appreciate that what you're going for here is obviously long rests and shit. Great.
Am I? I was just making shit up.
That's what it sounds like. Like you can only do it, every so often because there has to be a amount. Anyway. Also, I am mildly regretting giving you this hook because nothing as written now works. And I didn't realize this until I started actually talking. I'm just like, oh god.
Really?
All right,
There
well,
was no hook for selling a refrigerator.
yeah, weirdly enough.
Exploding refrigerator.
Now
I
she doesn't
mean-
need to know that.
Look, calling your way in by trying to like sell her some fancy ass noble shit sounds like a pretty valid engineer hook,
Yeah.
which is obviously not here because they assume that you're going to walk in and stab people or sneak around. You guys have chosen to do the very opposite. So anybody who is deeply, invested in the character of Duke Van Thamper, I'm gonna screw it up. I'm sorry. I'm Garbrick
well,
1. My campaigns are a little bit less serious and well polished than Carter's. If you want
Well,
better stuff, come back on
Wizards
Friday.
of the Coast, if you want, people who think up of like weird shit to include in your modules so that you have the right hooks, we'll play your games.
My God,
And
we
give
could-
me a granary.
Or a bakery.
Bakery, yeah. Just don't put a bakery in.
Nope.
I only blew up the one.
Or just a well.
You know, trying to sell a fridge to Duke Van Thamper would actually be like a valid DM's Guild adventure. It's like completely unrelated to any of this, and then you stumble into,
Yeah.
oh hey, cult basement.
Well,
Anyway,
time to stab.
All right, so my idea is that the rest of you layabouts, by which I mean, what was your name again? Maris.
Yes.
I'll learn your name sometime. And lovely Rhea are my hired bodyguards, because this is a very, very expensive piece of equipment, and I'm not going to be carrying it around. Besides, I need someone to hold it. I have a strength of 8.
I have a strength of 9.
Why do we have you again?
We haven't figured that out yet.
he's reasonably good at his job.
Which is
Stabbing things
Yeah.
and making sure that other people don't get stabbed.
right. Okay. Well, Lon and Rhea can carry it.
And I'll just
And
be the additional bodyguard.
yeah, I mean, if the two burly folks are, busy carrying the delicate piece of equipment, then we need someone able to stab. So, and Vivienne and myself will take point, I guess.
I'll just stand back and nod as you explain all these interesting things. What do you expect me to remember about this thing?
I gave you a lecture. It was 5 hours long.
I
And
know, and you
only
still
got-
didn't answer half the questions I had.
That was the point.
I just know don't poke that thing.
What, this thing?
Smack.
All right, we make it to Duke Van Themper's main entrance and ring the doorbell like civilized people.
All
Who
right.
does that?
Out of curiosity, is the dynamic lighting actually working?
Yes.
Okay, great. Shout out to the Eternia archive where I just forgot to do that. Any of it?
It is also no collision.
No. Well,
Kaboom.
I would be more concerned about that if you guys were properly infiltrating instead of whatever the crap you're doing. Anyway, the door is answered by a guard who opens up like one of those slits and goes, "Hello."
Take to business.
Hello, we're from the Waywalket. We're bringing the refrigerator unit to demonstrate it.
Ah, yes, Duke Van Thamper mentioned the
Refrigerator. Yep,
Trick.
that's the short version.
He looks. You can see him like kind of get up on his tiptoes and look down and go, "Oh no, yeah, I got you."
Do you want the long version?
No, ka-chunk, and then you hear the I guess it would be like one of those chunks of wood to barricade the door, lift up, and the door slowly opens, and please lead only the right thing. Yay! Sometimes there are problems. Ooh, sorry. There's a chunk of the dynamic lighting is just like way off to the side from the pillar it's supposed to be. Don't know. Anyway, yes, there are guards, and
Hey, where's Rhea?
dead. I mean, there's their tokens if you want to see their tokens. They're very nice.
They actually really are.
Yes, I did forget to drag good old veteran out.
Hmm.
I will give her a real token.
Garm, if you go to Low Lantern, I did make her a token.
Oh, well. Guess I'll go to the Low Lantern and get the token that Garm made. All of these people have names. Which one's Rhea? Rhea, you did! It looks really good!
I didn't actually make the token, I just prepped it. The token was already made.
Yeah. I don't... Do we know who did the art for that?
It's in the module. I don't know.
Oh. Well, this is Rhea, in case we've all forgotten. Right, and it's properly keyed to the right sheet and everything. Excellent. Anyway, yes. So the You find several guards there. I was gonna ask if you need to like plug that in somewhere, but of course you don't. That would be
Plug it into what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's magic.
Sorry. Just trying to see where she
In
is.
true Wizards of the Coast fashion, there's a list of artists, but it doesn't tell you who actually did the art for.
Which is something that
Classic.
infuriates me with the Wizards book, by the way. Hey, Wizards, how about you just put the credit to the artist right beside the piece of art so you know who made what with all the pieces? Please?
And while I'm looking for her, Duke Van Danver's token, if she even has one, a small cat thing with wings runs up to you through the legs of the guards and starts licking at the leg of I'm gonna say Maris. It's gross.
What the
What?
What is that?
Oh, it's adorable, is what it is. Look at that little fluff ball.
Oh, it's a groovy ball.
Why?
That's not adorable.
That's what cards goes. No, slobber chops. No.
Oh no, it has a cute name.
What is that creature?
It's a whim, I think. Whim or
Wait, Twimps
Isn't
are in
it
this
a Tresson?
universe?
it's a Tressum. Yes, sorry.
A
It can't
what?
be
Yes.
a Twimp. That's the wrong game.
I was thinking of the creature from Super Mario Bros. Yes, Carter was
thwomp?
correct.
Tresson.
It's a Tressum. And no, I was thinking with Thwimp, which is the small version with Womp. Yeah. If you want to know what the difference is, ask Jesus. He'll tell you. Or they'll tell you, rather. They are the master of the Thwomp lore. Anyway, yes, it's a Tressum. Carter is correct. It's basically a small cat with wings, and it rules a lot.
This one does. They
This
don't.
one does.
The usual model comes in black with black wings, but you know.
Oh my gosh, you could avoid Tressum?
Darn it. Well, if
I
it's
need it.
if it's rubbing up against me and if it's acting affectionate, I will absolutely bend down and pet it.
Okay.
And,
Point of order. One thing I would absolutely have done before we rang the doorbell is I would have cast Detect Magic as a ritual on the way here.
Yeah, that's true.
And in case shit hits the fan, I would have mage armor up on myself at this point. Just.
Oh god, I have to pick my spells every morning?
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to
This is
clerics.
balls.
I have to do that with Remy every time we have a long rest.
So does Slobber Chops ping as magical?
I believe he's a magical creature. So,
Okay.
yes? I admit I'm not terribly clear on what Tressum are.
They are magical creatures. They're used a lot as familiars, but I'm wondering if a familiar would necessarily ping differently. I don't really think so, honestly. So it's okay.
If it was like a temporary summon, it probably would, but the permanent
But
one would
not.
probably just read as.
Yeah.
Unless it was actually being used for magical purposes, like,
Scrying?
Like if someone was looking through their
Yeah.
eyes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So is it?
No.
Okay. It's just a
fact,
regular cat.
As you're all looking at, as you all look down at Slobber Chops, and as it runs over and shakes his head as it approaches, somehow getting slobber on every single one of you. Just the legs, don't worry about it. When you
And the
look back
knees.
up, sorry.
And the knees.
Prestidigitation.
Well, you'll be at your waist, Carter. You're tiny.
So we look back up and
You look back up and you see a strong-looking woman in fine, noble clothing striding out the door. Show the players. Did that show you guys the image?
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay. This is Duke Thalmara Van Thamper.
I think that's
And
Thalamra.
Dalamar. What did I say?
I don't know, but I know how she got the name Van Thamper with those arms.
Yeah, right. She is in fact canonically pretty fucking ripped. Like, despite looking fairly old, you know, the gray hair and the entire face and everything, she's
In good
she's fucking
shape.
strong. You can see that, like, despite her apparent, her noble bearing, you can still see the marks of recent work on her hands, you know, like calluses and stuff like that. Obviously, she is not just a useless noble layabout like some people.
Like her son.
I wasn't going to say that's not who I was going for, but yes. He makes money. Show. He
has
runs a
money
business.
lending business. He has
Yeah.
money. We were just messing with him.
And Mortlock, he's a, you know.
Yeah.
And her other son. But Amaric is the one. He's a real go-getter. Anyway, Duke Dalamara Van Tamper approaches you and says, you must... no, her voice is probably a little bit deeper. You must be the... That's way too deep. Anyway, don't worry about it. You must be the people with the refrigerator. Is that correct?
Yes. And I move forward and go, Nisa Badger, Waywalkie, Karamir Booty, Namfudo Baron, and I give a bow at your service.
It is a pleasure to meet you. The claims that you have made about your device are quite remarkable.
Can you call your cat off?
Oh yeah, Slobberchops. Here, boy. And Slobberchops, you know, slobbers his way over there. It is not hard to miss where Slobberchops has been. There might be less like slime if she had a slug for a pet, is what I'm saying here.
Ew.
Yeah, he's real gross. But Slobberchops, you know, dutifully slobbers his way over and sits down beside her, wings folded in. Love Slobberchops.
Do you have a place where we can demonstrate it inside?
Yes, I suppose, given the uses described of this refrigerator, perhaps the kitchen may be a good area for it. Big is it, by the way? Thank you, Space Glam.
Probably... I'd say a big, like...
I mean, will it fit in a 5x5?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
We're
Yeah,
talking like
like-
dorm size or like actual regular people sized?
No, I'm talking like mini fridge.
Okay.
Mini fridge.
That would be dorm sized.
Yeah. Like it's probably like the outside looks like a crate on purpose, or it's in a crate because, you know, you don't want everyone to know you've got some cool magical device that you're parading through the city.
Thank you for the resub show. Also, the Duke does not appear to have a token, so please don't try and kill her, because we'll be taking a break if you do. I mean, or do try and kill her, it's up to you. It's really...
Yeah, I was going to say Garm. That's kind of why we're here.
Yeah,
If we did manage to kill her, what would we do with the campaign?
I would furiously read through more of the book to see how things go if she dies. And, you might get stabbed in the back.
World!
You'll get stabbed in the back by, like, Amric from an alternate timeline or something. Don't worry about it. Chronomancy. Anyway. Yes, so she leads you into the estate. Guards follow. Well, two of the guards dutifully following behind you. I'll just open the appropriate doors and.
How are they equipped, by the way?
The guards pretty well. Very fancy, like obviously relatively new weapons.
Yeah, I mean, what kind of weapons?
Swords mostly.
Okay.
The occasional heavy crossbow.
Garm, while we're walking, Vivian's trying to make sure to remember how the fuck to get out of here in case shit hits the fan. But she's also trying to find any sign of what could be a path leading to a basement.
Yeah, stairs in particular.
But going down, not up.
Yeah. Nissa, you had detect magic up, right?
Correct.
As you pass this room on, I guess that's actually your right. The east, the west, the west. The room to the west. Detect some kind of. You remember how I said earlier that familiars would only really ping if they're summoned things?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Saw one or two of that kind of thing in there. And you
Interesting.
also, not quite directly above you, but maybe southeast of you, detect another summon of some kind. Like on the
Any
floor
of the
above you.
things on display ping as magical?
Nothing significantly. There's probably, pieces of like animated paintings, maybe. Stuff
Mhm.
like that. Weird, excessively rich finery. Like you see a painting of the lovely city of Baldur's Gate, painted from across the river. You can see the river flowing in and glittering in the sunlight. In
Cool.
fact, looks almost exactly like Baldur's Gate does at sun high. And you pause for a brief moment to wonder if that changes throughout the day.
Neat.
Shit, it's a lot of money to get that. Anyway, yeah, that kind of thing.
Okay. So I lead my troop into the kitchen.
All right.
Yeah. Where's the kitchen?
East.
That way.
Actually, east. Real east. Not Garm accidentally says east instead of west.
Hey, Garm.
Yeah, what up, man?
Dynamic lighting's not working for me anymore. I
What?
still see a thing of
It's
black.
still dark in here.
Yup.
Oh, they don't have like dark vision, and there's
I
no
have
light.
dark vision.
Well, you didn't program dark vision on his token.
I'm a wood elf.
Sure
Well.
didn't. Anyway, they're rich. It's light in here. I just forgot to turn on global illumination because it assumes that you're sneaking in here at night.
Why would you do that?
Yeah, who would do that? You fuckers. Is that better now, show?
Yep.
All right. Let's see. Nissa is obviously somewhat focused on the sales presentation and also the distant. It's not chronomancy. Distant pings of magic and whatnot. So you will be unable to really see much in this room beyond actively what you're doing. You're distracting.
Yeah.
The rest of you,
Mhm.
what would you like to do while you're in this room?
I mean,
I'm looking around the room for, again, if this is a weird cult thing where, they're trying to pull the city into hell, they might have a secret entrance to a basement, so I'm kind of looking around for that.
All right.
Totally not possibly caused by weird dynamic layer shit.
Oh no, is there something you shouldn't be able to see that you can see?
There's a weird shape in the
Oh,
fireplace.
That's
sorry.
that's just kind of the difference between the original map had the what do you call that, fireplace?
Fireplace, yeah.
So the
Stove.
fireplaces are square, and that's basically indicating where
Okay.
the fireplace is.
Okay.
So wherever there's a fireplace, they did that to the lighting.
Okay,
Huh.
I was really confused by that. But yeah, it's basically just studying the room for anything odd.
All right. Do you want to give me a perception check?
I can try. 8. Vivian's
All right.
useless for most shit.
I mean, noble. Yes, we get that.
She's here to
Car-
heal sometimes.
Karu, unfortunately, the Art of Slobber Chops is not in the Roll20 version.
God fucking
No.
Get on that, Roll20. We love you.
So I'm finally in the upper city, and she's probably got like rich people kitchen gadgets, and I need to know what's around here.
Yeah, she's got. Holy crap, Slobber Chops is significantly freakier than I thought.
What a good kitty!
Can we talk about the fact they have a detailed shot of the claws?
Can we talk about how he has the best toe beans?
I mean, he definitely does have toe beans.
Look at
Don't
those good toe beans.
you
Look how
don't want to squish
squishable
them.
those two. Yo, those are squishable toe beans.
Those are dangerous to squish toe beans.
Yes,
Hi,
but
Mm.
that makes it so much better when you do get to squish the toe bean.
That is a devil's bargain. Also, does he have he has fingerless gloves?
He has fingerless gloves, yes.
Check
Please
out,
get a
guys, we
picture of
found
that and send it
Illustrious
to
as a
Will.
cat.
Found Illustrious' persona.
Super grumpy, obviously hasn't slept, fingerless gloves.
Nah,
Do we have to
his
send
fur's
that
too
to
dark.
Il?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Also,
We're the
shout out
best
to our boy
friends.
Illustrious. We don't have a shout out command, but Illustrious on Twitch. That's 3 eyes. There's no L's in there.
Wait, don't you
follow.
just go to his chat to do shout outs and then copy paste it?
I do occasionally do that. Illover chops, yes, good.
If he's streaming, we'll end up rating him at the end of this.
Yeah. Those wings are way bigger than I expected, and I can't tell if the tail is really short or just curled.
Curled.
I think it's
Curl,
curled behind
because
him.
it's gonna have to have good for balance.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
can-
Takeoffs and landings.
If you middle click it, it will open the full image
Yeah.
in another tab.
Yeah, I did. Can't believe it has fingerless gloves.
Mm-hmm.
God, what a great cat.
That's. I'm also not clear how big he's supposed to be.
Is this Ill's persona or is this his fusion with Gaby?
God.
Both.
Yes, this is the DNA Digivolution.
Okay.
Also, never thought I'd get to mention DNA Digivolution twice in a single episode of any of these. Quite
And
frankly.
you know it wasn't even Magi Monsters.
Well, yeah, actually. Huh. Anyway.
Hashtag bring back Magi Monsters.
Hashtag no.
Birthday. Anyway.
Anyway. So, yes, you were looking at rich people kitchen gadgets.
Just rich people gadgets in this kitchen.
Alright.
Like they could be attached to the wall or they could just be like sitting around.
Well, you can see a lot of very finely crafted knives and that kind of stuff in this era, and the era that Faerun definitely existed in. Most of these things would have still been made by hand by blacksmiths.
Ooh, sexy.
So, like, yeah, these are the nice ones that
Mm-hmm.
obviously a lot of care has been put into, not just like 2 hammer strokes, bend it a bit, call it good. I admit my knowledge of cutlery history is not the best, and it's a really interesting subject. I know for sure. I just haven't put the time in to look that up. But
Meanwhile, I'm just thinking, yeah, it'll just look like the inside of like William Sonoma.
Why don't you tell Pi about that like thing over here and what that is?
looks like a crate.
That's
I should be looking at the actual location description. Huh?
Why is there-
All right.
These lovely maps were made by Karu, patreon.com/Midgardia, which is why she knows what the mysterious crate is, even though we can't see it.
because I had to look it up to be able to make the map.
Oh yeah, right. That is not a crate. You are correct. You notice that the chef up there looks somewhat displeased that there are other people in the kitchen, but has been forewarned, thus is keeping to their area and shutting up. Imagine them making the face. That's pretty much what it is.
I mean, were they told what was coming in here? Because that face might be this might be something useful.
Yeah, probably. They're kind of keeping an eye on you, but I doubt they believe it. Yeah, this place smells lovely, by the way. There's active cooking happening since it's, sun high and lunch is probably about to be served. I am a discountable chef, you're correct. And in the corner here that our dear friend Carter pointed out is a dumbwaiter. Are you all familiar with what a dumbwaiter is?
Oh,
Yeah, it's a waiter that's on discount.
no.
Oh, pie.
It's a mini elevator that is used to pulley or to raise or lower food or whatever needs to be from one level to another.
Exactly. You may recognize them from a variety of adventure games, including one of the Pajama Sam games. And that's
Real
pretty much the only
question.
place. Sorry?
Can normal people fit in it or only gnomes?
Normal
Only
people.
gnomes. Yeah.
Only gnomes, yes.
Normal people.
You could send the cat up.
You could send slobber
Oh,
chops
the
up, yes.
Slobber Chops probably has been banned from that because they got
Cat
tired of
fur.
cleaning it.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, slobber chops is actually allowed in the kitchen, and if you came here at night, that's where you would have found him hunting rats in there.
That makes sense.
But you obviously don't know that. Although, quite frankly, given that slobber chops' presence is hard to find, or hard to hide, rather, I a little bit regret describing slobber chops as being just that gross. He's a good boy, I swear. Anyway,
Maybe
yes.
he's only just that gross because he just ate.
Or he's
Or
about
there-
to eat and he's
Yeah.
drooling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's almost lunchtime. Anyway, yes. There's a dumbwaiter there. It's got a little, like, bell on a rope beside it that leads upwards, from which you can intuit that this probably goes upwards.
As part of my presentation, I do like to show just how useful this thing is compared to, putting ice in a box. When I start, I put like a cup of like water, lukewarm water inside and just shut it. And then during the presentation, because I haven't pressed it before, press the button so that it whooshes the ice, which means that when I bring the cup out, it is immediately cold.
Nice. Pi, do you want to give me a perception check while you're looking around and examining the rich people gadgets?
Sure.
Absolutely incredible. You get an 8. Yeah,
I
dumbwaiter,
found this
pretty
thing.
cool.
I think it chops walnuts.
Yeah. They've got a strange device that's roughly cylindrical, about the size of what you and I would recognize as a pop can, but obviously none of our characters would. Or a soda can if you're American. Yeah, like that.
Hashtag not
And
sponsored.
hashtag not sponsored, yeah.
I
Someday.
fucking wish.
God. Me
Hell
too,
no.
buddy.
Coke!
Pepsi!
My Sprite and I will take you down.
Because of the quarantine, the rare times I go out for energy drinks, I've been buying an entire flat so I go out less often, and that's heavy to carry all the way home. Anyway, there's a device roughly the size of what you and I would call a pop can. It's got like a bunch of blades on the bottom and then a black rubberized piece on the top. And you get the impression that you can hit the top of it and slice up whatever's under it.
Is it a slap
Probably
chop?
It's a slap chop, yes. Hashtag not sponsored.
Does it have a like rubberish? It's not actually rubber. It's like a polymer, but it's still stretchy, and you can rinse it off. But it's almost tacky feeling. I
Yeah,
don't
probably.
think it's silicone, but
Yeah.
basically it's like an inch wide diameter, and you put garlic in it, and you roll it under your hand, and then it peels all the garlic.
Oh,
Yep.
damn, that sounds good.
Yep.
Yes.
We had one of those.
We did too. I'm trying to think of all the weird shit my mom had in the drawers.
Maris, what are you up to while this demonstration's being given, aside from
I'm-
possibly getting entranced by the demonstration?
I'm looking around, seeing if there's anything interesting, and also probably keeping an eye in the general direction of the guards, who I'm
Right.
guessing are still kind of.
Kind of lurking around, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hovering outside.
Give me a perception check.
Okay.
I swear to God, if you roll an 8.
9! It wasn't an 8!
I'm gonna point out, both of you have a +5 at least. If you would rolled what I rolled, you would have got double digits.
Do you want me to roll with disadvantage, Garn?
Yeah.
So we can get 88.
I will laugh.
Please.
Please do better.
I'm waiting for nat ones.
5!
5.
Oh my god.
And the skills, the DM.
All right,
Okay.
you know nothing. Several doors lead off of this room.
Yeah, I can see that. So, anyways, as part of my presentation, I go, well, this thing is obviously a prototype because it is pretty small and it can fit maybe to cool your drink, but that's not very useful when it comes to taking care of better things. So, my idea is that you can grab this magical item and then make it your cold storage into this powerful. So why? But I'd have to see what you're using right now to see if I can like retrofit it with the magical items. Do you have like something in the basement or something that I could check it out and see if we can do this?
Well, we
That
do
would
have
be the best place to put it, since we know that the thermodynamic action of such a device would collect the cold air in the basement, and you wouldn't want to put it too high up in the household. Oh yes, I think the guild released a few papers about that.
I like you, Pie. The chef scuttles over at that point and goes, "Well, we do have a pantry just over here," and I'm accidentally. I'm just gonna move you to the side, just whip you over. I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Well, we do have a pantry over here.
I whip my gnome back and forth. I whip my gnome.
And this gnome does
Show
not belong
go.
to the chef.
Oh.
Well, we do have a pantry over here that could be useful for such things.
Yes, but is this over? Like, is there a second floor to this pantry?
I'm afraid not. We have many amenities, but unfortunately, storage space for.
No. I mean, is there like a second floor above this? Because I did notice this is a 2-story building outside.
Indeed, there is an upper floor.
That might be a bit dangerous. No, I think we'd have to do something more in the basement. Do you not have a basement here?
Unfortunately, no. Duke Van Pamper cuts in here. Despite my beginnings in the sewer works, unfortunately, this place possesses no such significant connections.
Trying to avoid any distant memories.
Indeed,
Good
I
idea.
spent quite enough time down there myself.
So what do you use as a cold room then? Surely a duke such as yourself has a cold room.
We have most of our goods shipped up daily from various merchants, ensuring the freshest quality of goods for my somewhat picky chef.
But just think if you had fresh fish that you could keep in a cold box all day for slobber chops.
Well, that would be why you're here.
What a lucky kitty you are.
Right. Well, we wouldn't want to put it in the pantry. What's behind the other door? And I just point to the one that I was like near before.
Do I notice the thing behind me as a dumbwaiter?
Probably. Oh god, cover story. Well, the that door just goes to a small room.
I'd like to insight that because I don't believe that for fucking.
Same here. That's
Meanwhile, excuse me, crafts gnome. Could the box be moved as it is in use?
You wouldn't really want to move it while it's in use.
But say if someone had put it on a cart and was rolling it around so it was at least stable during its use.
I mean, that could work, possibly. I'm still.
Oh my god!
I'm still.
You can't crit fail skill checks, Garm.
Oh, I know. Sorry, Cargo. Go ahead.
Why do you want to move it?
Well, perhaps they could make use of this. That goes up and down.
Oh, no. I don't think that would be a good idea.
Okay.
You want to have it in a stable position because if anything happens and someone accidentally, sets off the enchantment twice a day, it might blow everything up.
What?
Duke Fanfamper is obviously hiding something. For those of you playing along at home, I rolled a 7, which is crap considering her modifier is a +6.
I start walking to the other door, but let me see what you have in this door. Maybe this room might work better than the pantry.
All right, just let me remove the door.
Oh, look, stairs. Going down.
Yes, this place used to have a access channel down to the
Mhm.
sewers. And
Oh,
Oh.
Lord.
I would
Okay.
recommend against going in there.
Oh, why is that?
It's dangerous down there.
How is it dangerous? You wouldn't have it connected to the house if it's dangerous.
Yes,
Well,
and
that's-
you obviously don't have any rats with such a fierce hunter.
Well, that's why it's behind a door. Nobody goes in.
It's not even locked.
Well, it is an interior door, and my servants know well enough to leave such dangerous areas.
But are you
Well-
worried about the danger coming up?
It's dangerous mostly because it hasn't been properly maintained. It's many tripping hazards. You understand? I'm sure.
Right. Well,
Can I
why don't we
peek
check it
into
out
the
and see if we
room?
can retrofit it to hold the cold storage area?
In fact, I bet I know people that could clean the basement out if you needed to get rid of any unseemly
Dangers.
living
We
things.
are quite capable
Mhm.
with something like that. It could be
Mhm.
great help. It would make sure that none of your
I
employees
can include
could
it
be
in
in
the
danger.
price.
Ooh,
It's,
a discount. Yes.
It's at this point where Duke Van Fanfer suddenly looks much sterner. Thank you very much for your demonstration today. I will courier or I will send you a courier response with my feelings on the matter. I suggest that you all leave for now.
Oh, okay. Well, it was wonderful seeing your beautiful house, and think about it.
And
she,
enjoy your lunch. I'm sure the nice chef, motion, has things ready for you.
I'm sure.
By the way, while they were
Guards.
talking, can I peek in to see if there are like any windows to that room or anything?
There are not.
Also,
Like not any closed up windows or.
No, it's just
Okay.
stone. Yes, you.
how did the chef react to the whole, oh, there's dangers down there, and oh, no one goes in there? Like, I'm trying to read if the chef knew about the,
Like,
hey, I work
dangers?
right beside this danger.
Do you want to give me a perception check?
This is an OSHA violation.
I
Two!
certainly would.
Two Garm.
Nice.
I'm curious. Alright.
Hold on, I gotta check something real quick and see if I'm being stupid here.
Would it be insight, though? That's the thing. I was kind of surprised. I mean, it's the same for me,
Uh,
both.
I mean, it's just a question of, like, do you notice? Because it's not really... Like, are you actively paying attention to them? I guess is
Yes.
the question. Alright, yeah, give me a... insight.
I can't do much worse. Hey, 11! I got double digits tonight, guys!
Nice! I'm proud of you.
The Duke is not.
Sorry, I'm just double checking and making sure I didn't miss something, because there's a non-zero chance I missed something.
Well, don't forget, you might have to check the next word, make sure it's not the word antidote.
Yeah.
She's never
Love
gonna
you,
live
Karu.
that down.
You know, actually, let's rewind a bit, because I did make a mistake. I know, big shock. I don't know, just before she started to look all stern. After a moment, she goes, "Okay, fine, just watch your step down there. I can show you the lower areas."
Good.
Oh,
Alarm bells going off in my head at this very moment.
yeah.
Maybe she's got rich people stuff down there too.
Hey, Garm.
Yeah, I'll drag tokens out in a sec. Don't worry.
Maybe
Okay.
she'll just kill us while we're down there.
I admit I didn't expect you guys to get down here.
Oh, the Duke doesn't have a token, so don't get into a fight because then we'll.
I'm pretty sure that was the whole reason that we came here.
Yeah, that's what we told him before.
Whoops, accidentally
Why do I-
dragged 2 Vivians.
Thank you.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry.
I was gonna say,
Uh,
Vivian doesn't have a sister.
Hey, Garm.
Yeah, what
I
up?
don't see nothing. I see my token, but nothing else.
Right, because you have no
Give me
vision
sight.
distance programmed.
Do I really not have dark vision? This is balls.
I definitely have it.
I do.
So dark vision should be what, 45, 45?
The
60, 60?
30, 30 should think or something like that.
30,
wait, no,
30 is
60.
normally.
Hold on. I actually have my dark
No,
vision on here.
my sheet!
It is dim light 60 feet.
Shut up, Germ.
And
Alright.
for bright, and then
And Lawn also needs the correct dark visions.
If it's dark down here, Vivian would use, her light cantrip.
Oh my god, I have a light cantrip!
Uh-huh.
Listen, I went from having like 11 cantrips to like 3 or something stupid.
Alright, Lawn's set to emit light 5 feet and minus 5 feet.
Right, that's what I use so that people can actually see around their token when they do not have dark vision. Lawn
Okay.
does not have dark vision.
Well, enjoy your
Yeah, I'm
60.
casting light then.
Do you not have dark vision, Lawn?
My sheet doesn't say I do, but I think that's stupid. But
Alright,
That's just how it works. You don't
Vivian
have
does.
Yeah, you don't have dark vision on Lawn.
Alright, well, somebody actually did have a light, so we all good?
Yep.
Great.
So I'm seeing 1, 2, 2
2 doors.
2 doors.
Tutu.
Yeah.
What's the Duke doing as we come downstairs?
Oh, she's following you, behind you. Which one of you goes down first?
Not it.
I guess I'm it.
I'll
Nissa,
go in
give me
after because there might be fun stuff.
Nissa, give me a perception check.
— 16.
Alright. You hear a slight rustling in the boxes here, and also, your detect magic is still up.
Mm-hmm.
Remember earlier when you felt summons?
Right?
You feel that, but more so. Like, bigger.
Oh, good. Coming from which direction?
Boxes.
Boxes. Okay. Good to know. All right. So we come down. Duke comes down.
Yeah, she follows down behind you. Who's last in line? Would
Hey,
that be Vivian then?
Probably.
Garm, you
Alright.
opened a thing that I don't think you should have opened.
Did you
No.
want to open that door? Okay.
Yeah, I did. That's
Oh.
where you're going. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, Vivian's probably at the back.
This area is basically a wine cellar. You can see the casks and everything.
Mhm.
Vivian, can you give me a perception check?
11!
One sec.
Is Rhea still with us?
Yeah, she would have been. with
Yeah,
you.
Ray will give you a perception check as well.
I imagine
Please,
Ray
Rhea.
would have been. I imagine Ray would have been at one end. I would have been at.
Yeah. So Rhea's probably bringing up the rear.
13, good enough. From Rhea. Rhea swears she hears the Duke snap her fingers as you guys are going down the stairs. And then you hear the rustling cease. Anyway, yes, I can show you where our cold room is, just over here to the. She would presumably say right, but for the sake of this is a map, I'm going to go ahead and say east, which is the correct direction. I almost said west. I know directions. Yeah. And again, she doesn't have her proper token, so she's gonna lead. I'm just gonna lead you with pings, I guess.
Excellent. Ooh, green lighting. I like it.
Yes, it's the easiest way to navigate these kinds of areas. Keep some of the rats away as well for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
And
Those
yeah,
are continuous flame.
indeed, only the best. As I'm sure you can tell, this is a sewer area.
Yeah.
And she leads you up here to the north. And then over to here. To the east. And she opens this door right here where you see a wide variety of animal carcasses.
Which were impossible to find, so you get an empty room instead.
I was wondering a little bit. Yeah, various
room?
animal carcasses. Yeah,
Which room?
directly north of you.
Okay. I
The
had
empty
cast
room.
light, but I don't think my token's actually giving off anything.
We have a
Templates.
template for light.
Oh, it's under character templates, not player handouts.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I saw somebody pulled out one and I assumed it was you.
No,
Oh,
that's
okay.
Vivian.
Anyway, yes, this apparently empty room is nonetheless full of, deer corpses, various animals, some probably one or two like weird magical beast animal corpses. I don't know if you can eat magical animals. I'm gonna assume yes.
You absolutely can.
Okay.
They're delicacies.
Yep.
Oh, good. Yeah, there's probably a
Owl bear meat. Yeah.
owl bear,
Mhm.
bugbear, platypus bear.
There might
I
even
mean,
be some like man.
If I can harvest their everything else's, why can't I eat it?
That's fair. You think there might even be a bear, just a normal bear somewhere?
A bear?
Thank you, Garb.
You're welcome. Yeah, this is our cold room. It's generally sufficient, although in the summer it can still get somewhat warm down here.
Yeah.
I'd like to hold my breath in case this room does smell.
It shouldn't. It's a cold room.
I'm still doing it.
I'm keeping an eye out for something that might come and attack us.
Yeah,
Nice.
I was gonna say, as I go into the thing, I glance back. Are we being followed by the guards, or have they remained upstairs?
They're still upstairs.
Great.
Y'all want to
Ding,
give me
ding,
perception?
ding, 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 ding.
Yes,
Y'all
Yeah.
want to give me perception checks?
absolutely.
Would love to.
I'm just moving.
10.
9.
Wait. So none of her bodyguards are
15.
down here.
Yeah, we're alone with the Duke in a cold
Perfect.
storage room.
Hey, Garm, don't forget Rhea and her.
Right.
You got to make sure her token's out too, just in case we get into a fight. Because I'm pretty sure we're gonna.
Imagine you guys
What?
getting into a fight.
But it's almost the 3-hour mark in a Garm stream. We can't start a fight now.
I feel really called out because I was definitely thinking of.
Convenient fair. Hey, Garm, wrong token.
Oh yeah,
Pass
shit.
around, remember?
We already had a token.
Garm.
Garm.
That's my name. Stop
fucking
wearing it out.
I will make Ray a fucking sheet if you're not gonna do it, Garm.
I'll eventually get around to it.
Kari,
Well,
you're gonna have
looks
to
like
do
you're
it.
making a sheet.
Anyway, here's Rhea. You all love her.
Oh, there's 2 of her now.
Son of a bitch! Why are there so many? What's going on?
Rhea has a twin sister who is following behind us.
There were like 4 for a minute there.
Then Rhea's a quadruplet.
It hurts. Why do you?
That's what
Why
the
do you?
mom said.
Why do you all do this to me? Anyway, after all that, she got a 19. Anyway, yeah, you definitely hear chanting from further down the hall.
Which hall?
To the
North or
the
west?
actual west.
Okay.
West. And Duke Van Thamper positions herself between you and that, and goes, "Yes. Do you think that you would be able to, did I say retrofit in the old days? Modify this room?"
Well, let me double check it. So I go inside and start double checking and kind of studying the walls and the whatever bullshit hum, and I call to her and go, "So is this meant to be here?" From the very back of the room.
Is what meant to be here be there? She says, walking in.
Over here, there seems to be a hole.
Oh, well, that shouldn't be. Perhaps that's how the rats are getting in. And she approaches you.
gotta look at my party.
Yep. Uh-huh.
Oh boy.
Are we
And
gonna...
as Zeal correctly determined,
Garm, no, no, don't do this to me,
Please, I want to.
yes,
Please, God.
suffer.
please.
Oh my god, this is the feeling of power Carter gets whenever he does a cliffhanger.
Garm, come on. It's been like a month.
Yeah, seriously, Garm.
It's... Are we...
We're not gonna kill her. We're just gonna lock her in the cold storage.
Oh.
Oh, okay, I
Oh.
assumed you were gonna kill her.
But then,
Yeah, I thought
No,
we were
we
gonna
just have to
kill
knock her out.
but that's
I
not
mean-
knocking her out. And if she's actually a thinger, then she'll be able to blast her way out of it and
Thinger.
just run after us anyway.
Oh, we knock her out. We tie her up and then leave her in the cold
Are we
storage.
the baddies?
Yeah, absolutely. And yes, I am going to be history's greatest bastard and actually make you wait until next time.
That means we actually have to play in 2 weeks, Garm.
Yeah.
It's
No.
true.
And you had better not fucking run away.
Never. I'll do my best.
No, you are not going to. That's what I am telling you.
Anyways,
Anyway,
All right. So we're ending there.
yeah.
anything else
As
you
I
want to
give
say?
a meaningful look to my party.
Mad about it.
I mean, we could kill her. Apparently, that would fix all our problems.
I mean, that was.
Yeah.
And create
Well,
50
you said-
new ones. Anyways, anything you want to say
Yeah,
before we
they're
end,
all
Garm?
going to be Garm's problems.
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
all of my players, and they all knew what they were getting into when they signed on for a GARM campaign.
Yes.
3-hour
Garm,
sessions.
What are you running for my birthday?
Oh.
I will be running a continuation of the Crossroads module that you know what? I feel like you're a dick for bringing this up right now.
You're the one who wouldn't want let us play and put out a cliffhanger, so just suffer.
Yeah, so,
Yes.
Garm.
We'll be running a continuation of Crossroads, which is another campaign that I started and then never finished.
And
We'll
who
be
wrote
running-
that one, Garm?
Parts of it were me, parts of it were from various modules. We'll be completing the module that we were working on we'll be doing more of the module that I gave up on because I went crazy and disappeared into the woods. Yes.
Tune in, because I adopted a dog and a human.
And I am playing the character who causes all the issues.
And Garm now remembers why he went crazy.
Yeah, there's still an Amaris there. Don't worry, that's the one constant in all our campaigns. Oh, the wildly off-topic thing I was going to say earlier was we definitely need to come up with a crossover premise so that we can have Maris, Amaris, and Amaris all in the same session.
No.
You mean I need to make another character this
Yes.
close?
Yes.
Mhm.
You need to make like Maris.
Wait, Garm?
Old Murray.
Garm, you do realize that would mean you're DMing the game.
I know, and I hate it.
And yes.
Don't worry, I'm already mad about it right now.
Type out those names just for fun so people can see how they look.
Can he? Does he remember the correct spelling of each one?
He
Probably
can't even
not. Put
remember
him
his
all in
own
Twitch
damn
chat.
classes.
I think I got the one from this session correct for sure.
I would hope you got that one right.
Whose
Yeah,
name was
the-
supposed to be Imaris, starting with an E.
Yeah, it was it's supposed to be just starting with an E, and then I pointed out to show how bad of an idea that'd be.
What is wrong with you people?
Amaris is mine with an I.
Oh shit, I got alright.
I can't remember what yours was spelled like.
If I'm remembering correctly, this. I think.
Yeah, so okay, so yeah. So Maris, Merys, and Merys.
I'll do that someday. It'll be horrible.
Every
And
time
that's gonna
everyone
be-
will be like, me? Me? Are you talking about me?
Mine.
And if you like these maps, then go check us out on Patreon. They are free to use, and they fit perfectly over Roll20, as you can see. And this one I actually did adjust a bit of the lighting, because the dynamic lighting on this one was a bit messy to begin with. But it was just like adjusting. It still works either way. It was just I wanted to actually be able to see the walls with the dynamic lighting.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're available on our Patreon at patreon.com/Midgardia.
So have a good night.
Good night.
Night.
Bye.